Yesterday's one of the questions. Please note it down. Question number 97. There was a problem with the framing of the questions. In question number 97, statement 3 and statement 4, they are not to be considered as a part and parcel of the question. So you can strike out this question. This is not to be considered as relevant. There is some framing with the statement number 3 and statement number 4. It has to be considered as null and void. Don't consider this question for your preparation of your examination. There was some problem in the framing of the question. There was some confusion due to which this question was framed. So I am sorry for that. You are supposed to strike this question out. Am I clear? Okay. We start with today's lecture now. So today's we are having the lecture on PYQs, previous year questions. Total 200 questions had been sorted out that I told you yesterday. We start with the first section. First we will go through physical geography, then we will take up questions on Indian geography, then we will take up map work, followed by agriculture. The questions of agriculture which are relevant for geography as a subject, not agriculture as a subject. So we will be starting with physical geography. The first question that is coming up for today's lecture is, if a tropical rainforest is removed, it does not regenerate quickly as compared to tropical deciduous forest. This is because the soil of the rainforest is deficient in nutrients. The propagales of the trees in the rainforest have poor viability. The rainforest species are slow growing. Exotic species invade the fertile soil of rainforest. The correct answer is statement number A. The reason is that the soils of the rainforest are deficient in nutrients. Why it is deficient in nutrients? Because of heavy rainfall, the nutrients are washed away. So they are not available for the soil. Apart from that, the species automatically become slightly slow growing. But the most probable answer to this particular question is statement number A. Exotic species invade the fertile soil of the rainforest. It is not like that. The soil of rainforest is comparatively less fertile as compared to deciduous forest or other region. And so statement A goes with the demand of the question. So statement A will be the correct answer. Clear on that? Question number 2. Have a look at the question. A layer in the Earth's atmosphere called ionosphere facilitates radio communication. Why? The statement number 1. The presence of ozone causes the reflection of radio waves to Earth. Radio waves have a very long wavelength. Now statement 1 is saying that the presence of ozone causes the reflection of radio waves to Earth. Ozone is not responsible for reflection. Reflection takes place because of ions present in ionosphere, right? So first statement that the presence of ozone causes reflection of radio waves to Earth is not true. First of all, ozone is not present over there in ionosphere, and ozone is not responsible for reflection of radio waves. So first statement is wrong. Number 2, the second statement, radio waves have very long wavelength. Is it correct? Yes, the statement is correct that radio waves have very long wavelength. The statement is correct. But the question is demanding what? A layer in the Earth's atmosphere called ionosphere facilitates radio communication. Why? So the question is asking why ionosphere conducts or reflects back radio waves. It is not asking you about radio waves. So this statement is correct, but it is not fulfilling the demand of the question. So both of the statements will not be considered as correct as far as this question is concerned. So it will be neither 1 nor 2. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Getting that clearly? Two only will not be there. Someone who is answering from the online class deleted that. Question number 3, 103 in today's lecture. La Nina is suspected to have caused recent floods in Australia. How is La Nina different from El Nino? La Nina, El Nino. Statement number 1, La Nina is characterized by usually cold ocean temperature in equatorial Indian Ocean, whereas El Nino is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperature in equatorial Pacific Ocean. Statement number 1, La Nina is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperature in equatorial Indian Ocean. La Nina and El Nino is a concept of Pacific Ocean. It has nothing to do with Indian Ocean. So if we are talking about La Nina, La Nina means we are having cold temperature in Western Pacific, sorry, eastern part of Pacific, and Western Pacific is having comparatively higher temperature. That is La Nina. El Nino means Eastern Pacific having high temperature, Western Pacific having less temperature. That is El Nino. So first statement is holding wrong because it is writing about Indian Ocean. Are you getting that? La Nina, El Nino, eastern side of Pacific, western side of Pacific. Eastern Pacific is that side which is having its coastline with South America. Western Pacific we talk for that side which is having coastline with Australia. So Eastern Pacific when records high temperature, that is the South American side of Pacific, that is El Nino. When that side records low temperature, that is La Nina. And here it is talking about Indian Ocean. So first statement holds wrong. Second statement, El Nino has adverse effect on southwest monsoon of India. That is correct. When El Nino is there, then a branch of the Walker cell that is rising from the Western Pacific and descending over Mascarene, thereby strengthening the high pressure of Mascarene is weakened or it becomes absent, and so the Mascarene becomes comparatively weak, and so the Indian monsoon becomes comparatively weak. So El Nino has an adverse effect on Indian monsoon, it's correct. But La Nina has no effect on monsoon climate. It is not like that. When La Nina is there, even then monsoon becomes stronger. So stronger the La Nina, stronger will be the Indian monsoon, right? Apart from other factors playing their role, La Nina will be having impact on Indian monsoon. So both the statement will be considered as wrong. So neither one nor two, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Next question. Have a look at next question, question number 4. Which is the difference between asteroid and comets? Asteroids are the small rocky planetoids which, while comets are formed of frozen gases held together by rocky and metallic material. Correct or not? Asteroids are rocky planetoids, comets are having traces of gases. So it is the correct one. Asteroids are found mostly between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. This we discussed yesterday also. They are found over there. While comets are found mostly between Venus and Mercury. They are not found between Venus and Mercury. They are beyond Neptune. Right? So statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1 is correct. Statement 3. Comets show a perceptible glowing tail while asteroids do not. That is commonly a very common phenomena for comets. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is wrong. Statement 3 is correct. So 1 and 3 only, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Next is question number 5. Westerlies in the southern hemisphere are stronger and persistent in northern hemisphere. Now westerlies in the southern hemisphere are stronger and persistent. This is a true statement. The reason which is being asked, given over here, southern hemisphere has less land mass as compared to northern hemisphere. Because northern hemisphere is a land hemisphere, southern hemisphere is a ocean hemisphere. So westerlies when move over the oceans in the southern hemisphere, they are not affected by friction which is provided by the land mass. And as such the speed of the westerlies go on increasing. And so the westerlies are having the name as furious roaring 40s. Furious, shrieking, screaming 70s, right? So these are the local names of westerlies. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2, Coriolis force is higher in southern hemisphere. Coriolis force is equally distributed. It depends upon rotation. It has nothing to do with hemispheres or any type of landform or any type of relief feature. So statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1 is correct. So 1 only, option A for apple, shall be the right answer. Question number 106. What could be the main reason or reasons of the formation of African and Eurasian desert belt? The question is asking about African and Eurasian desert belt. So what is African and Eurasian desert belt? When we talk about the entire stretch of Sahara desert, all subparts of Sahara desert, then it stretches into Arabian Peninsula, Rab al Khali, deserts which are present in Iran, they are included. Then Thar desert of India, Pakistan, they are included over there. So we are talking about, the question is talking about that region. It is located in the subtropical high pressure cells. That is the subtropical high pressure belt region, high pressure cells. Yes or no? Yes, sir. It is under the influence of warm ocean currents. First of all, the cold currents are there. If we talk about Sahara Desert, we are having Canaries cold current. And even if warm current would have been present over there, warm current will not support desert formation. It will increase rainfall. So it is again desert formation. The desert formation can take place either by the due to the leeward effect, that is the rain shadow region effect. It may take place due to an anticyclone being developed over any particular region. These are the prominent reasons for the formation of desert. Subtropical high pressure cell is like anticyclonic conditions only. So statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is wrong. So 1 only, option A for apple shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Question number 107. The jet aircrafts fly very easily and smoothly in the lower stratosphere. What could be the appropriate explanation? Statement 1 is saying that there are no clouds or water vapor in the lower stratosphere. Statement 2, there are no vertical winds in the lower stratosphere. The first statement is saying that there are no clouds or water vapor in the lower stratosphere. Generally, the concentration of clouds and water vapor is very negligible in lower stratosphere. And statement number 2, there are no vertical winds in the lower stratosphere. That is absolutely correct. On statement number 1, there was much ambiguity going on, but UPSC has accepted both as the correct answer. So both 1 and 2, option C for cat will be the right answer. What happens in a stratosphere? When you increase your height, temperature goes on increasing. When the temperature increases, as such, vertical winds are not present. Because of increase of temperature, condensation is minimum. So cloud formation is also negligible, right? But specifically, if the statement comes up absolutely no cloud cover, so it cannot be ruled out 100%. And so first statement was debated, but ultimately what UPSC says, that is true for us, right? So C, both 1 and 2, option C for cat shall be the right answer to this particular question. Question number 108. Consider the following factors. The factors are written over there. Have a look at the factors. Yes, Canary is a cold current. Rotation of earth, air pressure and wind, density of ocean water, revolution of earth. Which of the above factors influence the ocean currents? Rotation of earth. Earth rotates west to east, water moves east to west. Impact of rotation. Due to rotation, Coriolis force is generated. Coriolis force impact the direction of the currents in northern hemisphere right, southern hemisphere left. Air pressure and wind. Due to from high pressure area, air starts blowing towards low pressure area. It drags the surface water forward. It provides a momentum for the movement of water, and that is the reason for the movement of North Atlantic drift, right? It gets power by the movement of westerlies. So air pressure and wind plays the role. Density of the ocean water. High density water subsides down. Low density water has tendency to move up, and that causes the movement of water. So density of ocean water is responsible for that. Revolution of earth is not having any direct relevance to the movement of ocean currents. So statement 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is correct. So 1, 2 and 3, option B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes. Then also 1, 2, 3. Revolution is not having any direct impact on movement of ocean water. But if you go into the details of this particular topic, that revolution will cause any difference or not, then yes, temperature difference will be there in revolution. Change of seasons will be there. Change of temperature conditions over the water will be there with the change of season. Then impact will be there, right? But in general, if we talk on a mega scale, so overall revolution is not considered as related to movement of oceanic water, right? Change in temperature will not be that pronounced, and it will be once in a year when it will go to aphelion or perihelion. At that time, very minor fluctuation in temperature will be there, right? So overall the question is asking which of the above factors influence the ocean currents. So on a mega scale, it will not influence ocean current, and that too UPSC has not given the option over there 1, 2, 3 and 4. Are you getting that? So we will consider option B. I am not considering, UPSC has considered. Option B is the right answer. Question number 109. Normally the temperature decreases with the increase in height from the Earth's surface because backhand team, please look into that. Students are complaining about the disturbance in the mic. What should I do or what you should do? Please check. Normally the temperature decreases with the increase in height from the Earth's surface because the atmosphere can be heated upwards only from the Earth's surface. The returning radiation, that is the long wave terrestrial radiation, increases the temperature of the atmosphere. So heating of atmosphere takes place from below, that is from the surface of Earth upwards. So atmosphere can be heated upwards only from the Earth's surface holds true. Correct statement. Any doubt? The temperature decreases with the increase in the height from the Earth's surface. So we are talking from the Earth's surface. Why do you are going for stratosphere and mesosphere? अर्थ सरफेस से जैसे हम ऊपर जा रहे हैं क्वेश्चन कह रहा है टेम्परेचर कम हो रहा है राइट सो व्हाई द टेम्परेचर रिड्यूसिंग बिकॉज ऑफ रेडिएशन टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन there is more moisture in upper atmosphere, moisture is more concentrated in lower atmosphere, not in upper atmosphere, so it is a wrong one. The air is less dense in upper atmosphere, air is less dense in upper atmosphere, it becomes one of the reasons why less insulation is trapped or less terrestrial radiation, I am sorry, less terrestrial radiation is trapped in upper layers and more is trapped in lower layers. So third statement holds true as per the demand of the question. So select the correct answer. Correct answer will be 1 and 3. Option C, C for cat will be the right answer. Any discrepancy, any doubt, anyone? The atmosphere can be heated upwards only from the Earth's surface, and the question is talking about with the increase in height from the Earth surface. So atmosphere can be heated upwards only from the Earth's surface. When the Earth's surface से ऊपर हम जा रहे हैं, then the temperature starts going down. So what is the problem in that? Don't think too much. Absolutely correct. Right? I told you the answer now 1 and 3. Yes. Which one of the following is the characteristic climate of the tropical savanna region? Now, if the rainfall takes throughout the year, it will be equatorial type of climate. Rainfall in winter only. Mediterranean. An extremely short dry season. So, what is that? Short dry season. AMW. Western coast of India. Very short dry season. AMW classification of Köppen, Indian climate. That is very short dry season. Present over there. A definite dry and wet season. Savanna is having this typical feature, a definite dry season, a definite wet season. So definite dry and wet season goes with the demand of the question. So option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Question number 11. Variations in the length of daytime and night time from season to season are due to Earth's rotation on its axis, Earth's revolution around the sun, latitudinal position of the place, revolution of the Earth on a tilted axis. Question number 109, who is asking that? Suraj from the online class. 109 is saying that statement number 3 is saying that air is less dense in the upper atmosphere. Because air is less dense in the upper atmosphere, thereby less constituents of air are present in upper atmosphere. More constituents are present in lower atmosphere, and the constituents which are present in atmosphere, they will trap the returning radiation. So more returning radiation will be trapped in the lower layers as compared to upper layers, and hence it is one of the phenomena due to which the temperature reduces with increasing height from the surface of Earth. Variation in the length of daytime and nighttime, it is due to Earth's rotation, revolution around the sun in an elliptical manner, latitudinal position of the place, or revolution of the Earth on a tilted axis. And the correct answer is revolution of the Earth on a tilted axis. Why? When on a tilted axis Earth is revolving around the sun, then due to the tilt on one side of the sun, when Earth is any side, imagine any side, that sun is somewhere and Earth is on one side, then a particular pole of the Earth, be it North Pole or South Pole, faces the sun, or it is inclined towards the sun, and the other pole is away from the sun or is on opposite side of the sun. So the pole or the hemisphere which is on the opposite side of the sun experiences winter season, and the hemisphere which faces the sun experiences summer season. After 6 months of time, when Earth reaches the opposite side, then what happens? One pole faces the sun and the other pole now is away from the sun. So again, the hemisphere which is facing the sun will be experiencing summer. So from winter to summer, summer to winter. It is why? Because of revolution of the Earth. If revolution of Earth would have been on an erect axis, 90-degree axis, and Earth would have been rotating as in complete sphere erected, then none of the pole would be inclined towards sun or none of the pole would be away from the sun. So no change of season would have taken place ever. So revolution of the Earth around the sun, and that too in a tilted manner, is the main reason for the change of season. So option D will be the correct. Variation in the length of daytime and nighttime. Daytime and nighttime change with the change of season only. In winters we are having shorter day, in summers we are having longer day. So yes. My voice is echoing out. Please, someone from the backend team help me out. Online students are also saying the same. Offline students are also saying please help. They are saying that voice is echoing out. And online students भी कुछ कुछ बोल रहे हैं बीच में. Is the answer clear? Okay. Question number 112. On the planet Earth, most of the fresh water exists as ice. On the planet Earth, most of the fresh water exists as ice caps and glaciers. Out of the remaining fresh water, the largest proportion. We discussed this in our class yesterday also. Same question has been asked by UPSC. The largest proportion exists as groundwater, followed by then. So it is groundwater, followed by soil, followed by lakes, followed by atmosphere, followed by rivers, and less than rivers, biosphere. All the animals, human beings, whatever water that is present in their bodies, that is bare minimum. So the answer will be groundwater. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Consider the following: electromagnetic radiation, geothermal energy, gravitational force, plate movements, rotation of Earth, revolution of Earth. Which of the above are responsible for bringing dynamic changes on the surface of Earth? Magnetic radiation. What does it do? It will increase the temperature, reduce the temperature, season, insolation, terrestrial radiation, all dependent on that only. So it will cause dynamic changes, all wind, water movement, everything on that only. So it will do that. Geothermal energy coming from inside the Earth. Yes or no? It will also conduct impact changes on the surface of Earth. Gravitational force. Yesterday we studied mass wasting, mass movement under the impact of gravity. Current, water moves down, gravity. Water flows down, gravity. Rainfall drops down, precipitation takes place, gravity. Without gravity nothing will happen. Plate movements, direct relation, dynamic, formation of mountains, trenches, etc. Rotation of Earth, Coriolis force, revolution of Earth, change of seasons. If seasons will not change, temperature will not be altered. So all are responsible for bringing dynamic changes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes. The most important fishing grounds of the world are found in the regions where most of the important fishing grounds found in the regions where warm and cold atmospheric currents meet, river drain out large amount of fresh water into the sea, warm and cold ocean currents meet, continental shelf is undulating. Warm and cold ocean currents meet will be the right answer. Why? Because warm current carries warm water, cold current is having cold water, both mixed together. When warm and cold water mix, nascent oxygen gets produced. By the nascent oxygen, what happens? Formation of plankton increases in that particular region. Plankton is fish food, it will attract the fishes and so it will become a fishing ground. Moreover, warm current and cold current, when they meet, the air above these currents is also having more or less same temperature. So warm air mixes with cold air, warm air is having humidity, cold air is having less temperature, high humidity mixes with less temperature and as a result what happens? Fog formation takes place. Because of fog formation, human interference becomes negligible. Because human interference becomes negligible, so the biodiversity thrives in that particular region. We are talking about oceanic area, so biodiversity means fishes. So fishes will increase in that particular region. So warm and cold ocean currents meet, they result in the formation of fishing banks. 4 fishing banks are formed in the world: Great Fishing Bank, Grand Fishing Bank, Japan Fishing Bank or Nippon Fishing Bank and Dogger Fishing Bank. Right. Atmospheric current is a term that is used for vertical movement of air. When the air moves vertically, that is called as the current. Which of the following is our unique characteristics of equatorial forest? Presence of tall, closely set trees with crowns forming a continuous canopy. Tall trees all intermingling into each other. When you look from the top, you cannot see the ground. Only green cover is there. Coexistence of large number of species. Rainforest regions are considered to be mega biodiverse regions, so it is correct. Presence of numerous varieties of epiphytes. Epiphytes which grow on another vegetation only, right? So all three will be there. So option D, 1, 2, 3, D for dog shall be the right answer. The annual range of temperature अविनाश ठाकुर, you are saying that stratosphere में तो polar stratospheric clouds मिलते हैं. Polar stratospheric clouds are formed only during extreme winter season. When in a stratosphere temperature drops to minus 80 degrees Celsius or less than that, then even the gases present in air, they condense to form the cloud and those clouds are called as stratospheric clouds. In general, stratospheric clouds are not present. So they are present in the stratosphere of polar region number 1. Secondly, their formation is restricted to strong winter months. It means at any given point of time, a particular pole will be experiencing winter, other pole will be experiencing summer. So at other pole, no stratospheric cloud will be there. So it will not disrupt movement of aircraft. So it is considered accordingly. Yes, Suraj, in Labrador current mixes with Gulf Stream and forms a fishing bank over there on the eastern coast of Newfoundland. Electromagnetic radiation is responsible for dynamic changes. Who is asking that? Sonam Meena. Electromagnetic radiation is responsible for all the temperature that is present on the surface of Earth. Equator recording high temperature, polar area recording low temperature. What is that? Why? Electromagnetic radiation only. Visible spectrum, infrared, ultraviolet, everything is what? Electromagnetic radiation only. So we are talking about that. Don't get confused by the term electromagnetic radiation. The annual range of temperature in the interior of the continents is high as compared to coastal areas. What are the reasons for that? The annual range of the temperature in the interior of the continents is high. Thermal difference between land and water. variation in altitude between continents and oceans, presence of strong winds in the interior, heavy rains in the interior as compared to coast. Heavy rains in the interior cannot take place, more rainfall take place on the coastal area. Strong winds will be more in the coastal area as compared to interior of the continents. Variation in altitude between continent and ocean is not so much that will become a deciding factor for the difference in temperature. Thermal difference between land and water is the most suited option which goes with the demand of the question. So, 1 is correct. So, option A, 1 only shall be the right answer to this particular question. Question number 117, climate is extreme. Rainfall, yes. Presence of strong winds in the interior of the continent. Presence of strong winds, in general, winds are strong on the coastal area, because on the ocean, winds are blowing without any friction. See the movement, strong winds means what? Speed of wind. Speed of wind is determined by two forces, pressure gradient force and no, frictional force. So pressure gradient force will be more, pressure gradient ज़्यादा होगा, will be more, speed of the wind will be more, friction will be more, speed will be reduced, right? So interplay of pressure gradient force, frictional force and Coriolis force, all three decide the movement of wind along with the direction, जिसमें Coriolis is only playing the role in direction. So on oceanic area, the speed of the wind will be considered comparatively more as compared to continental areas. So strong winds will not be present in continents as compared to coastal area in general. Exception can be there. Any wind descending from the mountain gains speed and it is in the mid of the continent. It may pick the speed also. It may become disastrous also. Are you getting that? Any wind moving under the impact of air masses and reaching the continental area, like blizzard coming from north, it reaches Alaska. Now when it is crossing the Brooks range in Alaska, which is located on the northern side of Alaska, then it is a coastal wind. But when the same wind reaches the Alaska range, then it is not a coastal wind. It has already crossed the entire north-south cross section of Alaska. Then it will be considered as a continental wind, but still it will be strong, right? So exceptions can be there, but in general coastal area will be having strong wind as compared to interior of the continents. And as per that will not be, even if you are getting confused by the speed of the winds, the question is asking for range of temperature. So range of temperature will be having affected by thermal difference between land and water. That is, water is having high specific heat, land is having less specific heat. So land heats up quickly, water heats up slowly. Same insolation, same quantity of heat energy falling on land as well as water, land will record a higher temperature. In the same manner, land will lose temperature very easily. So range of temperature, range means maximum minus minimum. So range will be more on land as compared to ocean. Reason, thermal difference. Between continents and oceans, if you talk about the altitude, Delhi is quite far away from Arabian Sea and also from Bay of Bengal. We cannot think even the ocean is close by, it is quite far away. And what is the height of Delhi? When you step out from New Delhi railway station, there is a board mentioned over, displayed over there. Height of Delhi 200 meters, only 200 meters. So after covering a distance of almost 1000 kilometers, 1500 kilometers, your height is increasing by 200 meters. So what will be the difference in temperature? Normal lapse rate 1 degree or 1.5 degree, 1.25 degree. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं होगा ना? So that will not be a reason for the range in temperature. Are you getting that? Climate is extreme, rainfall is scanty, and the people used to be nomadic herders. The above statement best describes which of the following regions? African savanna. African savanna, climate is not extreme and rainfall is not scanty. You are having a dry season, you are having a wet season, but rainfall is not scanty. North American prairie. North American prairies, do you find nomadic herders over there? Rainfall is scanty. Siberian tundra. Now Siberian tundra was confused when this question was asked. Many people were confused with that because climate is extreme, rainfall is scanty, nomadic herders are present over there, and there the same conditions go with Central Asian steppe also. But if you compare the populations and the habitation of these two places, then Siberian tundra is negligible as compared to Central Asian steppe. Central Asian countries, that region, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, all those region, that region, right? So that region is having very high population and it is dominated by nomadic herders. So the correct answer accepted by UPSC is Central Asian steppe. However, the three traits match with Siberian tundra as well, to be very frank and honest. But you have to use your brain, you have to use your presence of mind in your examination, that how to derive an answer to a particular question depending upon these parameters. Right? Clear on that? So answer will be option B, B for boy, Central Asian steppe. Which of the following phenomena might have influenced the evolution of organisms? Evolution of organisms, continental drift and glacial cycles. So what will continental drift do? Evolution of organism, how will it impact? North America, South America, Africa, Europe was a contiguous landmass, Pangea, right? Continent drifted and North America drifted northward, Africa remained in southern hemisphere maximum part, close to southern equatorial area. So it is having equatorial type of climate, tropical type of climate, subtropical type of climate, right? North America went to temperate region, it is having temperate type of climate, polar type of climate, all type of climate. Now they have suppose any type of animal, any type of anything that you can think of biodiversity that was present over there. Now one is present in tropical region, other is present in temperate region. Now the climatic conditions are different. So both in both the conditions, same species of any animal or plant may not survive. It may survive in one of the climate, it may not survive in another of the climate, or in one of the climate it may mutate, it may change, it may develop something, some other, like, how to give an example. Suppose a plant develops a modification to adapt to a particular type of climate, then that adaptation develops, that is what evolution of a new type of any form of biodiversity that evolves over there. So by continental drift it can take place. How it will happen? By glacial cycles, warm age, cold age, warm age, cold age. During cold ages the entire continental landmass gets covered with ice, snow cover, ocean water evaporates, snowfall takes place on the continents, and when it melts then again the land is free. So we are in the mid of warm age. Again when ice age will be there, new types of organisms will develop. So it helps in evolution of life, and that has helped in throughout the Pleistocene epoch as per the geological history. So both will go with the statement. So both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following statements. The winds which are blowing Suraj, I don't know what is Wallace line. I have never heard that. I don't know what you are asking. Wallace line, and in respect of which question? Bifurcates what? Okay. I am not aware of that. I am sorry. I won't be able to help you out in that. Consider the following statements. The winds which blow between 30° north and 60° south latitudes throughout the year are known as westerlies. Winds will blow from 30° to 60° in one hemisphere, not from north to south. So it is a wrong statement. Westerlies blow from subtropical high pressure belt to subpolar low pressure belt in both the hemispheres. So that is ideally 30-35° to 60-65° in both the hemispheres. So it is not a correct statement. The moist air masses that cause winter rains in northwestern region of India are part of westerlies. This should be a correct statement. Ideally it should be a correct statement or not? Avinash Thakur, day after tomorrow we are having the class for map. We are having a full session on map based question. Don't worry for that. The moist air masses that cause winter rains in northwestern region of India are part of westerly, that we know as western disturbances. We also know them as western cyclonic disturbances, right? So exactly, if we go into the micro detailing of this particular line, which we are in the habit of doing for UPSC paper. So if we go into the micro detailing, then they are not the part of westerlies. They are found by westerlies, and by westerlies a cyclonic disturbance or cyclonic circulation gets formed in the region of Mediterranean, and those cyclonic disturbances are moving along under the impact of subtropical westerly jet stream, which reach Iran, Pakistan, India, northwestern part of India, which are called as western disturbances, right? So if the same statement will be written in geography optional, it will be considered as a wrong statement. Teacher may highlight that and mark it, or may deduct आधा number, एक number कुछ काट लेगा, शौक मर्जी उसकी. But here in GS, it will be considered as, it was considered as correct even by UPSC, right? So this statement was considered correct. The moist air masses that cause winter rains in the northwestern region of India are part of westerlies. What happens exactly? The subtropical high pressure belt over the region of Mediterranean shifts southward. When it shifts southward, the westerlies are able to move over the region of Mediterranean Sea. They pick moisture over the region of Mediterranean, and at the same time, in upper part of troposphere, just below the tropopause, we are having the movement of subtropical westerly jet stream. So subtropical westerly jet stream impacts the weather processes which are taking place on the ground, and they are deflected in the direction of subtropical westerly jet stream that is moving from west to east. So these cyclonic disturbances start moving from west to east. When they start from Mediterranean, they reach the region of south of Turkey, West Asia. वही लेबनान और सीरिया वाला इलाका है, उसको हम क्रॉस कर रहे हैं. उस and then it enters Iraq, Iran, and then it enters our friend Pakistan, and then it enters northwestern part of India. Northwestern part of India, when it reaches the stretches of Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Greater Himalaya, Middle Himalayas, then it causes snowfall. On Shivalik and further downward, it causes rainfall. And the impact of western disturbances can be seen up till the capital of Bihar, that is Patna, not beyond that. So statement 2 is correct. So 2 only, option B, B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that?
One thing is like it's given 30-degree north, question comes specifically for numbers 5 degree to 10 degree, ITC or 0. Should we consider it as general statement or?
You have to consider it as general statement only, because after going through so many questions of UPSC, you will yourself be in a position to decide कि depends upon the whims and fancies of the UPSC when to go into the micro detail of the statement and when to just see it on a gross overall basis, right? So it depends upon your intellect while you are giving the examination, that how will you be able to answer that question. In general, 30-degree to 60-degree is called as temperate region. If we go by broad classification, then 30 degrees north to 30 degrees south, that is the region where we are considered tropical barring equatorial belt. 30 to 60 is called as temperate, 60 to 90 is called as polar. This is the broad classification. If you go into the details, then 30 to 40 will become subtropical, 40 to 50 cool temperate, 50 to 60 cold temperate, right? So now UPSC asks that westerlies flow from 30-degree north to 60-degree north. सही कर दीजिए, टिक कर दीजिए, मान लीजिए कि सही है, right? So here the answer was C, both 1 and 2. No, 2 only. We were doing this question only, no? Yes, B, 2 only. Option B, B for boy will be the right answer. Tides occur in oceans and seas due to which among the following? Gravitational force of the sun, gravitational force of the moon, पाकिस्तान हमारा फ्रेंड नहीं है बेटा, दैट वाज अ सटायर. पता चला क्लास के बाहर पुलिस खड़ी पकड़ने के लिए. I was just kidding, don't take it seriously. Tides occur in ocean and seas due to which among the following? Gravitational force of the sun, gravitational force of the moon, centrifugal force of the earth. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Gravitational force of the sun responsible for tides. Gravitational force of the moon also responsible for tide. And the centrifugal force of the earth is also responsible for tide. Centrifugal force of earth in fact is responsible for creating two bulges. Otherwise gravitational pull की वजह से तो एक ही bulge होता. So one bulge is created on the side of moon, another bulge is created on the opposite side, and for that it is centrifugal force of earth. Centrifugal force of gravitational force of sun is comparatively very less in terms of magnitude as compared to moon, because it depends upon distance, and distance of earth and sun is very high. Earth and moon is less. So gravitational force of moon is more responsible for the formation of tides in comparison to sun, but yes, sun is also playing the role, and that's why when all three are in a straight line we get spring tide. When they make right angle, sun, earth, moon make right angle, we get neap tides, right? So the height of tide depends upon the location of sun and moon with respect to earth. However, in this question all three will be there. So option C for cat will be the right answer. Nine. All three are correct. Acha, D for dog. 1, 2, 3 will be the correct answer. Each day is more or less the same. The morning is clear and bright with a sea breeze. As the sun climbs high in the sky, heat mounts up. Dark clouds form. Then rain comes with thunder and lightning. But rain is soon over. Which of the following regions is described in the above passage? If you are on equator and if you are having the source of water, then daily phenomena, whatever that is written over here, will take place. Any equatorial region, you are having the source of water and you are close to mean sea level. अब इक्वेटर के ऊपर 2000 मीटर की हाइट पे खड़े हो तो नहीं होगा. If you are on equator, close to equator and close to the mean sea level, this is a common phenomena at every equatorial region throughout the world. No one can change that, and that is equatorial type of climate. Savanna, distinct dry season होगा. Monsoon, रिवर्सल ऑफ विंड डायरेक्शन होगा. मेडिटेरेनियन हॉट ड्राई समर, माइल्ड रेनी विंटर. इक्वेटोरियल में 12 महीने एक जैसा, रोज बारिश. अमेजन रेन फॉरेस्ट, Congo basin affected by this type of climate only. So option B, equatorial will be the right answer. In the South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific regions in tropical latitudes, cyclone does not originate. What is the reason? Question number 119, option number 1. You were asking. Question number 119, option number 1. What is the doubt in that? The winds which are blowing from 30 degree north to 60 degree south. कोई ऐसी wind नहीं है which is blowing from 30 degree north latitude to 60 degree south latitude. If it would have been written at 30 degree north to 60 degree north, तो हो सकता हो शायद यूपीएससी ने वही लिखा हो, प्रिंटिंग वाले ने गलत कर दिया हो, अब प्रिंट होकर चला गया हो सब जगह, क्योंकि इतना इलॉजिकल स्टेटमेंट यूपीएससी देगा नहीं. अब मैं नहीं मानता कि यूपीएससी में पढ़ाने वाला या किसी भी यूनिवर्सिटी का प्रोफेसर या यूपीएससी के पैनल मेंबर्स इस तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट से कि 30 डिग्री नॉर्थ से 60 डिग्री साउथ तक हवा लेके जा रहे हैं और उसको वेस्टर्लीज बता रहे हैं. I am having full confidence. I am not blaming anyone, but I am having full confidence this was a printing error which was eventually carried forward. Sorry? ऐसा होता है बेटा कभी कभी. पब्लिक एड के एक टीचर थे, वो हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करा रहे थे अपना नोट्स, वो लिखवाए थे एज पर टेलर एज पर टेलर एज पर टेलर. जिसने ट्रांसलेट किया उसने कहा दर्जी के अनुसार, दर्जी के अनुसार. हो गया, ट्रांसलेट होके बच्चों में बढ़ गया. बाद में ट्रांसलेटर से पूछा गया तुमने क्यों किया, तो कहता है कि सर मुझे लगा आप इसको ट्रांसलेट नहीं कर पाएंगे तो मैंने कर दिया. Concept of Indian monsoon, you want me to explain over here? Concept of Indian monsoon is so not so very brief a topic that can be explained in 1 hour or 2 hours. We are attending a program for questions. So entire concept of Indian monsoon is beyond the it is beyond. It is not possible in this class. Westerlies to hoti sir kahe mein hoti. Look, whenever you are writing online class, whomsoever who are attending the classes, whenever you are writing anything, please write the complete sentence. I am speaking something, you are writing something, I am watching it after some lag of time. अब आपने लिखा है westerlies to hoti sir. How to link it up? In the South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific regions, in tropical latitudes, cyclone does not originate. What is the reason? Sea surface temperatures are low. Now, South Atlantic Ocean is very wide. On one side you are having Brazilian warm current, on one side you are having Bengola cold current. So it is not written about that which area it is talking about. So sea surface temperature are low or not, it hardly matters, right? And when we talk about tropical cyclones, or when it is written only cyclone, but it is talking about tropical latitude, so it is talking about tropical cyclone. So is tropical cyclone dependent upon sea surface temperature? No, it is dependent upon OMT, ocean mean temperature. Sea surface temperature is measured only for a depth of 2, 3, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter. 5 सेंटीमीटर में टेम्परेचर 100 डिग्री होगा तो साइक्लोन बन जाएगा? नहीं बनेगा. It should be maintained up till the depth of 60 meters. So sea surface temperature for the formation of cyclone is itself a wrong denomination. Intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs. Coriolis forces will not change in any of the location. It is dependent upon rotation. Absence of land in those regions. Absence of land is a favorable condition for the formation of cyclone. तो वो अगर होगा तो cyclone बनना चाहिए. But it is saying it seldom occurs. Seldom means कभी कभी बनता है. So intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs is the correct answer, because ITCZ is a pronounced concept. Shifting of ITCZ in northern hemisphere, it is less pronounced in southern hemisphere because it is affected by the landmass. So the landmass that is present in the northern hemisphere causes a deflection of ITCZ northward with the apparent shift of position of sun in the northern hemisphere, right? So ITCZ seldom occurs, or intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs is the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that?
So, but in this case, in case statement, when we compare like Indian Meteorological Department, when we compare to the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, the sea surface temperature is one of the reasons.
Yeah, it is written as sea surface temperature, but technically it is ocean mean temperature. OMT, उसके ऊपर भी यूपीएससी ने एक बार क्वेश्चन पूछा, रहने दो, उसके ऊपर भी यूपीएससी ने एक बार क्वेश्चन पूछा on OMT. Basically, sea surface temperature is for top, and in general terminology we use the term sea surface temperature, but actually it is a conditions measured up to the depth of 60 meters. As soon as the depth is 60 meters, the surface कहाँ रहेगी? Are you getting that? So here the answer will be B. Before boy, intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs. What explains the eastward flow of equatorial countercurrent? What explains the eastward flow of equatorial countercurrent? The Earth's rotation on its axis, convergence of two equatorial current, difference in salinity of water, occurrence of the belt of calm near the equator. Now Earth's rotation on its axis. When the Earth will rotate west to east, then the surface water moves east to west. That may result in genesis of north equatorial current and south equatorial current, which are known as mother currents. That will not result in formation of counter equatorial current. When these mother current, that is north equatorial current and south equatorial current, converge or strike a continental landmass, right? When they strike a oceanic continental landmass, then a part suppose this is 0 degree equator, and due to rotation or any other factor, prevailing winds, water starts moving from east to west. These are called as mother currents. North of equator, north equatorial current, south of equator, south equatorial current, and it strikes a big continental landmass over here. Here we are having a big continental landmass. As soon as it strikes the big continental landmass, the current starts deflecting. A part deflects north, a part deflects south, forming warm current, and a part moves back on equator. This is called as counter equatorial current. So the counter equatorial current gets formed. Why? That because the two currents are, it takes place. Why? Because the two currents are converging over here. So convergence of two equatorial currents results in the genesis of counter equatorial current. That will be the answer. Difference in salinity of water may be a reason for the genesis of current. For that reason, counter equatorial current is not formed. Occurrence of the belt of calm near the equator, that will not favor the movement of water. Are you getting that? So convergence of two equatorial currents, option B will be the right answer. B for boy. With reference to Indian Ocean dipole, sometimes mentioned in the news while forecasting Indian monsoon, which of the following statements is correct? IOD phenomena is it should be categorized. It is some misprint over here. IOD phenomena is categorized by a difference in sea surface temperature between tropical Western Indian Ocean and tropical Eastern Pacific Ocean. IOD phenomena, Indian Ocean dipole, sometimes mentioned in news. IOD phenomena is what? Indian Ocean dipole means it measures the temperature conditions in Indian Ocean, Eastern Indian Ocean, Western Indian Ocean. So in Eastern Indian Ocean, Western Indian Ocean, the temperature is measured, compare contrast is carried out. That decides whether Indian monsoon will be a stronger one or will be a weaker one. If Western Indian Ocean records higher temperature, it is called as positive phase of Indian Ocean dipole. And if Western phase records less temperature, it is called as negative phase of Indian Ocean dipole, depending upon the temperature conditions. So IOD phenomena is categorized by a difference in sea surface temperature between tropical Western Indian Ocean and Eastern Indian Ocean. Pacific Ocean is having no role. So it is a wrong one. El Nino Pacific में आएगा, La Nina Pacific में आएगा, Indian Ocean dipole Indian Ocean में आएगा, Maiden Julian oscillation चारों तरफ घूमेगा, Pacific decadal oscillation Pacific में जाएगा. Are you getting that? Atlantic Nino Atlantic में जाएगा, no role. So here it is, first statement is a wrong one. An IOD phenomena can influence an El Nino's impact on the monsoon. When El Nino is there and suppose IOD is positive, then it can neutralize the impact of El Nino over Indian monsoon. Yes or no? La Nina is there, IOD is also positive, monsoon will become very strong. La Nina is there, monsoon should be strong. El Nino is there, sorry, La Nina is there, monsoon should be strong. Indian Ocean dipole positive is there, monsoon should be strong. Pacific decadal oscillation positive हो गया and very strong positive हो गया, Indian Ocean dipole fail हो गया, sorry, monsoon fail हो गया. La Nina है, Indian Ocean dipole भी है positive, सब कुछ फेवर में इंडियन मानसून के, सब एकदम तैयारी से बैठे हैं, बारिश बहुत अच्छी होगी. But Pacific decadal oscillation fails in favor of Indian monsoon. Indian monsoon will fail. So whether El Nino is there or La Nina is there, IOD positive or negative is there, they are all only one of the parameters to forecast Indian monsoon. None of the parameter is a deciding factor to decide the strength of monsoon, whether it will be strong or weak. And so monsoon or prediction of monsoon becomes highly dicey, highly difficult. It always remains a dilemma whether it will be a good monsoon or a weak monsoon. Clear on that? So IOD phenomena can influence an El Nino's impact on monsoon. Correct. Statement 2 is correct. 1 is wrong. 2 only. Option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Question number 25. Have a look. The Barren Island volcano is an active volcano located in the Indian territory. Yes or no? The only volcano that is present in entire South Asia. South Asia की बात कर रहे हैं, Indonesia South Asia का part नहीं. So it is there, located in the Indian territory. Barren Island पे आप जा सकते हो घूमने? Is it allowed? You cannot go on to this island. Barren Island lies 140 kilometer east of Great Nicobar. कहाँ है? ये तो सबको पता है, अंडमान निकोबार में. Where it is? It is on the northeastern side of South Andaman, or you can say northeastern side of Port Blair, the capital. And the new name of Port Blair is Vijayapuram, something like that. I am not able to recall that. So Barren Island lies on the northeastern side of South Andaman or northeastern side of capital Port Blair. So this statement is wrong. First was correct. The last time Barren Island volcano erupted was in 1991. Correct or not? 2017 में, 18 में, 19 में, 22 में, 2022, 2019, 2017. That were the recent eruptions, right? So 1991 के बाद तो बहुत बार पड़ चुका. So statement 3 is wrong, statement 2 is wrong, statement 1 is correct one. So one only, option A for apple shall be the right answer. बेटा एक्टिव वोल्केनो के अंदर थोड़ी ना जाना है. एक्टिव वोल्केनो जिस पहाड़ के ऊपर है, जिस आइलैंड पे, वहां पे जाना है. East of Port Blair can be considered as right, but basically it is northeast of Port Blair. Negative phase of Indian Ocean dipole, Parveen, it says that Bay of Bengal will record a higher temperature as compared to Arabian Sea. And when Bay of Bengal will record a higher temperature, it will promote the formation of tropical cyclone. So it is correct. Negative phase of Indian Ocean dipole means Bay of Bengal recording higher temperature. Bay of Bengal recording higher temperature, it will promote or favor the formation of tropical cyclone. Correct. Yeah, Vijayapuram is the answer. Make chart for IOD and La Nina, El Nino. Come for the foundation class. We will take up the 3 lectures on Indian monsoon of 4 lectures. We will teach you each and everything. I will teach you so much monsoon that you will be able to forecast that. Come. With reference to the agricultural soils, consider the following statements. High content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. Organic matter will be added, water holding capacity will shoot up. It will not be reduced. So it is a wrong one. Soil does not play any role in sulfur cycle. Soil does what in sulfur cycle? Inorganic sulfur को organic में बनाएगा, organic को inorganic में बनाएगा, so that it can be used by the plants. So sulfur cycle में many of the organisms, many of the microbes, many of the bacteria present in the soil do that. Change the form of sulfur so that it is usable by the plants. So it plays a role in sulfur cycle. Irrigation over a period of time can contribute to the salinization of some agricultural lands. So what irrigation, what happens by irrigation? Over irrigation. Water is filled over the region, water will percolate down. When water will move down, the salt will be moving up and a layer of salt gets deposited on the soil. The process is repeated over and over again for a very long period of time, and finally a layer of salt gets deposited, which makes further infiltration of water impossible, and the fertility of the soil reduces, and that finally results in usar, banjar, degraded soil. So it is a correct statement. So first statement is wrong, second statement is wrong, third statement is correct. So 3 only, option B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Question number 127. Which of the following are the possible consequences of heavy sand mining in river beds? So sand mining is carried out, it is not allowed in river beds. Sand mining is allowed for the deposition that is carried out by the river on the banks. But whenever a mining lease is given to any contractor, what that person do? What that person actually planning to do? They go with their machines, pokelands, and they dive inside the river and take the sand from there also, which is not allowed as per the Ministry of Environment and Forest, which is not allowed in any of the Government of India format. So what happens? It decreases the salinity in the river. It will increase the salinity. More salt, more that sand will be added to the river, so salinity will be increased. It will result in pollution of groundwater. Yes, groundwater pollution will take place, because even the oil and when the machinery operates at the river bank, some sort of pollutants are added to the river water, lowering of water table will go down, it will be affected. So first is not correct, because it is written decrease, it should be increase. 2 and 3 are correct, so 2 and 3 only, option B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Question number 28, consider the following statements. The earth's magnetic field has reversed every few 100,000 years. The earth's magnetic field has reversed over few 100,000 years, it is a correct statement. How do we know that? By the magnetic alignment of the rocks which are present at the site of oceanic divergence. By we know it by that. When the earth was created more than 4,000 million years ago, there was 54% oxygen and no carbon dioxide. Oxygen was negligible, carbon dioxide was present, so it is false. When living organisms originated, they modified the early atmosphere, correct. So statement 1 is correct, 2 is wrong, 3 is correct, so 1 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Every second year UPSC is asking something on this particular topic. On 21st June, the sun does not set below the horizon at Arctic, does not set below the horizon at Antarctic, shines vertically overhead at noon on equator, shines vertically overhead at Tropic of Cancer. 21st of June is summer solstice, longest day of the northern hemisphere. At that time, sun will not set below the horizon at Arctic Circle. Antarctic Circle, it will be complete blackout. 24 hours of night will be there. Equator, always throughout the year, solstice, equinox, kuch bhi ho, 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night. Tropic of Capricorn, at this particular time, it will be having shortest day. On 21st of June, Tropic of Capricorn will be having shortest duration of day. Right? Shortest as per its location. किसी और location से compare नहीं करना. So answer is A. Does not set below the horizon at Arctic Circle. Why are dewdrops not formed on cloudy nights? Cloud absorb the radiation released from the Earth's surface. Cloud reflect back the Earth's radiation. The Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. Clouds deflect the blowing wind to the ground. Deflect blowing wind का कोई मतलब नहीं, it is not required. Earth's surface would have low temperature on cloudy nights. On cloudy nights, the temperature increases. Clouds absorb the radiation released from the Earth's surface. Cloud reflect back the Earth's radiation. What is the reason for dewdrop formation? It reflects back the Earth's radiation. The terrestrial radiation that is going back, cloud cover is there, it is reflected back to Earth, and so the temperature of the lower atmosphere remains high. When the temperature remains high, condensation cannot take place and dew formation is not possible. So option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Are you getting that? Yes. Yes. इसमें option D for dog, shines vertically overhead at Tropic of Capricorn. On 21st of June, sun is vertically overhead on Tropic of Cancer. Right? So when it is vertically overhead on Tropic of Cancer, then it is the northernmost position of sun. Sun cannot go further north. So when you start moving south, sun is not moving, you are moving south. When you are moving south, and suppose you reach Tropic of Capricorn. So for Tropic of Capricorn, it is the farthest most position of sun, because sun will move between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. So when it is at Tropic of Cancer, then for the person who is standing at Tropic of Capricorn, sun is farthest away. Sun cannot go further away. So at that time, Tropic of Capricorn will be recording minimum duration of day that it can record in an entire year. So Tropic of Capricorn may also record 15 hours of day. Tropic of Capricorn may also record 8 hours of day. So suppose it is, I am not sure on that, but if it is having a range of 8 to 15, then that minimum duration of day 8 hours will be recorded when sun is overhead on Tropic of Cancer. That I was saying. Clear? ये हो गया ना? With reference to ocean mean temperature OMT, which of the following statements is correct? OMT is measured up to a depth of 26 degrees Celsius isotherm, which is 129 meter in the southwestern Indian Ocean during January-March. अच्छा यूपीएससी भी कभी कभी पेपर बनाते बनाते कोई एक आध क्वेश्चन ऐसा डाल देता है कि शायद इसमें से कोई आईएमडी पहुंच जाएगा, शायद इसमें कोई मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ अर्थ साइंसेस को लीड करेगा, शायद इसको हम डब्ल्यूएमओ भेज देंगे, वर्ल्ड मीटेरोलॉजिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भेज देंगे, ये पता नहीं क्या करेगा. देखिए क्वेश्चन. OMT is measured up to a depth of 26 degrees Celsius isotherm. First of all, understand what is meant by ocean mean temperature. Ocean mean temperature, the term mean in mathematics simply means it is almost an average, right? When we are talking about ocean mean temperature, we are talking about the mean temperature of ocean which is measured up till a considerable depth. That considerable depth is called as 50 to 80 meters. That ideal depth is 50 to 80 meters or 59 to 80 meters, you can say that. So when we talk about depth, it should be in the range of 50 to 80, but here it is written as 129 meter. This is the only point 129 meter which is making the statement wrong. Now what is the meaning of the statement? Try to understand that. It is 26 degrees Celsius isotherm. What is meant by isotherm? In general, when we talk, the line joining all the places having same temperature. But when we are using it in terms of oceanography, then the depth up till which we will get the temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, that depth is called as 26 degrees Celsius isotherm. Are you getting? ओशियन में हम नीचे जाने लगे सरफेस से, जिस डेप्थ तक हमको 26 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर मिलेगा उस डेप्थ को हम बोलेंगे 26 डिग्री सेल्सियस का आइसोथर्म. क्लियर ऑन दैट? द डेप्थ अप एट विच or up till which we will record the high temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, that is called as 26 degrees Celsius isotherm. So 26 degrees Celsius isotherm here simply means the depth of oceanic water up till which we will get the temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Am I clear? 100%. So it is 26 degrees Celsius isotherm. 26 degrees Celsius isotherm in the month of January and March, pre-monsoon. Indian monsoon की बात हो रही है, pre-monsoon. January, February, March. We have just ended March. So in these 3 months, it is measured कि 26 डिग्री का temperature is present up till what depth? And that depth should be 59 meters, whether it is present up till the depth of 59 meters or not. If it is present up till the depth of 59 meters, then what will happen? When the air will blow over that oceanic region during monsoon, then it will be able to conduct more evaporation, and ocean will support that. More moisture will be added to the air, and the quantum of rainfall taking place over the mainland of India by Indian monsoon will increase, and monsoon will become strong. Are you getting that? To 26 degrees isotherm, clear? What is that? The depth should be 59 meters. Ideally, it is written 129 meter in the southwestern Indian Ocean during January-March. So entire statement is correct. Only this depth is wrong. Clear on that? 100%. इसमें कोई क्रॉस क्वेश्चन है? So what is the percentage scenario of Earth's magnetic field and how it reverses? Due to the change in the magnetic polarity of the Earth, change in the magnetic material distribution in the interior core of the Earth, we are having evidences that it gets reversed, and the changes in the magnetic alignment, and there is a term that is called as magnetic declination. The magnetic declination, the changes in magnetic declination has been observed by various organizations in the world. However, none of the individual is present on this earth up till now who has seen the reversal, because it takes thousands of years. So how it reverses or exactly it reverses is basically a question of science and technology. So there might be an answer to this question or there may not be an answer to this particular question, but I am not sure on that. But within the scope of geography, I have never gone into that detail, so I cannot answer that. I am sorry for that. Here first statement is Wrong, because of the depth. OMT collected during January-March can be used in assessing whether the amount of rainfall in monsoon will be less or more than a certain long-term mean. This I explained you all just now, that how it will be used. So statement 2 is correct, 1 is wrong, 2 only. Option B, before boy, shall be the right answer. Any doubt?
No, sir.
हंस रहे हो आप, कुछ पूछना है? Clear है ना? Question number 132. Consider the following statements. Jet streams occur in northern hemisphere only. Jet stream occur in both the hemispheres. So it is a wrong one. Only some cyclones develop an eye. Temperate cyclone is not having any eye. Tropical cyclone develops an eye. So it is a true one. The temperature inside the eye of a cyclone. Now if we are talking about eye, it means we are talking about tropical cyclone. Is nearly 10 degrees Celsius lesser than that of the surrounding. Eye is having maximum temperature and minimum pressure. So temperature should be more than the surrounding. If it will be less than the surrounding, then how come the cyclone will be formed? So it is a wrong one. So only some cyclone develop an eye is a correct statement. First statement is wrong, third is wrong. So 2 only. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. With reference to water on the planet Earth, with reference to water on the planet Earth, consider the following statements. The amount of water in the rivers and lakes is more than the amount of groundwater. We discussed it. It is less, so it is a wrong one. The amount of water in polar ice caps and glaciers is more than groundwater. Yes, ice caps is having more water, followed by groundwater, followed by soil moisture, followed by lakes, atmosphere, rivers and biosphere that we discussed, right? So first statement is wrong, second statement is correct. Yes or no? यही है ना? Yes, so 2 only, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Question number 134. Consider the following statements. In the tropical zone, the western sections of the oceans are warmer than the eastern sections owing to the influence of trade winds. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What happens over here? Have a look. Suppose we are talking about, this is a continent, this is a continent, and this is a ocean, and we are talking about the tropical region. So what is happening? Trade winds are moving. Trade winds are moving in which direction? They are moving from subtropical high pressure belt to equatorial low pressure belt in this manner. So when the trade winds are moving, their general direction of flow is from east to west. When their general direction of flow is from east to west, as a result the surface water shifted westward. So surface water will compile over here, and surface water is having maximum temperature. So high temperature water gets compiled over here, right? When the water is pushed from here, so water is moving from here to there. So here what happens? Here the water starts, here upwelling takes place. Water moves up from where? From the bottom of the ocean. Upwelling takes place. Bottom of the ocean records low temperature. So low temperature water gets compiled over here. So here high temperature, here less temperature. Are you getting that? So in the tropical zone, the western section of the oceans are warmer. We just now saw that the western sections are warmer, eastern sections are warmer than the eastern sections owing to the influence of trade winds. So correct one or not? The statement is correct. In the temperate zone, westerlies move. Westerlies will move from west to east. So east will be having more temperature as compared to west. It is written same, westerlies make eastern section of the ocean warmer than the western section, right? While these type of questions come in the examination, make this very clear. In the pressure of the examination hall, it happens with many of the individuals, western and eastern, whether it is talking about a continent or ocean. Don't get confused. Many a times we are having a stereotyping that west and east will go only with the continent. But if it is written for the ocean, you have to remain attentive whether it is talking about ocean or continent. Are you getting this clear? So both the statement hold true. So both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat shall be the right answer. Question number 135. If a major solar storm, solar flare reaches the earth, which of the following are possible effects on the surface of earth? GPS and navigation system could fail. Yes or no? It will impact the magnetic field. Magnetic field say aligned okay all this work, right? So it will fail. Tsunamis could occur at equatorial region. Tsunami is basically a tectonic event. It will be by earthquake, volcanic eruption or plate tectonics, movement of plate. It cannot be take place by solar storm. Power grids could be damaged. Magnetic field and electric field both gets disturbed. So power grids could be damaged. How? What will happen? Why power grids will be damaged? Magnetic field क्या करेगा? It will create electric field and that electric field will overburden the transformers. Transformers सारे clash कर जाएंगे. That will have an impact on power grids. Intense auroras could occur over much of the planet. Aurora borealis, australis, that will take place, clear. Forest fire could take place over much of the planet. When these solar flares enter the atmosphere of Earth, they are affected by geomagnetism and they are deflected towards North Pole and South Pole. North Pole और South Pole पे forest है नहीं इसलिए आग नहीं लग पाएगी. Are you getting that? And even if it is a major storm, even then it is written as much of the planet, because when this question was asked by UPSC, it was debatable. So finally it was considered as incorrect owing to this particular term, much of the planet. It means it is talking about majority of the planet. So it is not possible. So it is considered as a wrong one. Orbits of satellite could be disturbed. Yes, they will be disturbed. Shortwave radio communication of aircraft flying over polar region could be interrupted. Yes, it will take place. So here tsunami 1 will not be there and forest fire will not be there. 2 and 5 will not be there. So 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. Option C, C for cat shall be the right answer. तो पूरे गलत हो जाएगा. एंटायर अर्थ पे तो फॉरेस्ट फायर हो ही नहीं पाएगा ऑरोरा से. स्टेट पीसीएस यहाँ यूपीएससी गड़बड़ कर रहा है, तुम स्टेट पीसीएस को कहाँ कंपेयर कर रहे हो यूपीएससी से? अच्छा आप दिखाइएगा क्वेश्चन, देखेंगे उसको. In the northern hemisphere, this is the next question, no? Yeah. The longest day of the year normally occurs in, we discussed that was 21st of June. So that is second half of June, yes or no? So option B for boy, shall be the right answer. Consider the following statements. High clouds primarily reflect solar radiation and cool the surface of Earth. High clouds are very thin, cirrus clouds. So they will not reflect, they will allow the insolation to pass and reach the surface of Earth, and they result in warming the Earth, not cooling the Earth, right? The second statement, low clouds have high absorption of infrared radiation emanating from the Earth's surface and thus cause warming effect. Low clouds allow the returning radiation to pass through. Some section may be absorbed also when the radiation is going back, but overall impact of lower clouds is creating a cooling effect, not a warming effect. Are you getting that? So both the statements are considered as wrong. Higher clouds support cooling effect, warming effect. Lower clouds support cooling effect. Higher clouds in fact infrared radiation को absorb कर लेते हैं, उनको reflect करते हैं वापस अर्थ की तरफ. It may take place. So they are responsible for warming, they are responsible for cooling. So which is correct? Neither one nor two. Clear on that? आ सकता है, but when these are charged particles, So when these charged particles enter the ionosphere, they are affected by geomagnetism. अर्थ का जो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है, इसीलिए अर्थ की मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है जो हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर को बचाए हुए. So they are affected by the positive and the negative polarity of Earth's magnet. So they are deflected toward North Pole and South Pole. अपने आप completely. And when they are moving through the mesosphere, ionosphere, then they produce lights which are visible, which are commonly known as northern light and southern light, and in geography known as aurora borealis and aurora australis, right? Forest fire planet पे तब होगा when this disturbance should reach the surface of earth in which forest is available, number one, right? And it is written as much of the planet. So much of the planet means majority of the planet. So majority of the planet will not be covered by this phenomena. So we consider that statement as a wrong one. There are solar flares are what? Solar flares are, who is asking that? Ankit. Solar flares are what? Solar flares are basically related to ejections that take place from the surface of sun. So what happens? Huge flares, thousands of kilometers long, thousands of kilometers wide, get detached from the surface of sun and travel in all directions in the solar system. They enter the atmosphere of earth, magnetic field of earth, which is present even up till the height of 60,000 kilometers above the surface of earth, stops that and deflects it. Still some part is able to enter the atmosphere, and that is affected by geomagnetism, which reaches the north pole and south pole. Solar flares is one of the areas which UPSC keep on asking questions. Corona mass ejection, it was something like that. Science tech, coronal mass ejection, that was in science and tech. तब से वो अब तक हर बार सोलर फ्लेयर पे कुछ ना कुछ पूछ रहा है. Be it a question of science, be it a question of geography, there will be a question on solar flares. So do work on solar flares very nicely. We did that. Yes, both one and neither one nor two. Option D for dog shall be the right answer. Infrared radiation. What is infrared radiation? Out of total sunlight, what percentage is infrared radiation? Is it maximum, minimum, or somewhat in between? Okay, if I divide the total incoming radiation into three parts, one is ultraviolet, ozone ने जिसको रोक लिया, infrared and visible spectrum. तो इनको अगर हम डिवाइड करें, मान लीजिए 100% है, and if we divide it into three parts, which is having maximum, infrared, visible spectrum, or ultraviolet? Maximum is infrared. Very good. It is almost 50-55%. Visible spectrum 40-42%. Ultraviolet 2 से 5%. बस. Consider the following trees: jackfruit, mahua, teak. Jackfruit क्या होता है? mahua, teak. Which are deciduous? Deciduous means they will shed the leaves at a given particular time of the year. Evergreen means they will remain evergreen throughout the year. Jackfruit is evergreen. Teak and mahua are deciduous. So only two. How many of the above are deciduous trees? Only two. Option B for boy shall be the right answer. Question number 139. In nature, which of the following is are most likely to be found surviving on a surface without soil? अरे बहुत सारी चीजें पूछ ली इन लोगों ने. क्वेश्चन नंबर 137 में आपको क्या डाउट है? How low clouds will absorb terrestrial radiation? Low clouds will not absorb terrestrial radiation. Some part will be absorbed. If they are very thick, they will reflect back. Otherwise, they will allow to pass. Infrared have maximum frequency. Ultraviolet has maximum frequency. Infrared will be having maximum wavelength. In nature, which of the following is are most likely to be found surviving on a surface without soil? Fern, lichen, moss, mushroom. Fern, soil will be required. Mushroom, soil is required. Lichen and moss, they are bioindicators. They grow even on rocks. So even if soil is not there, it is possible to grow. They grow on their own. So mosses and lichens, they are part of tundra vegetation. So 2 and 3, option C, C4CAT shall be the right answer. It is a type of small plant for ornamentation, and in various flower decoration it is carried out, right? With reference to Earth's atmosphere, which one of the following statements is correct? The total amount of insolation received at the equator is roughly about 10 times that of received at the poles. Equator 100%, poles 42%. If we go by percentage and suppose equator we are assuming 100%, then on poles it is only 42%. So amount of insolation received at equator should be 2.5 times, not more than that. So it is a wrong one. Infrared rays constitute roughly 2/3 of the insolation. 2/3 नहीं है, हाफ है, 50 to 55 के बीच में, फिक्स नहीं है, वेरिएट करेगा जगह जगह पे, 50 to 55. Infrared waves are largely absorbed by water vapor that is concentrated in the lower atmosphere, correct or not? Water vapor absorbs this infrared waves, that increases the temperature, it's correct. Infrared waves are a part of visible spectrum, नहीं दिखते हमको, so it is not a part of visible spectrum. So option C, C4CAT will be the right answer. Question number 141. Consider the following statements. The temperature contrast between the continents and the ocean is greater during summer than in winter. The temperature contrast between the continents and the oceans will be greater. Continents and ocean is greater during summer than in winter. Correct or wrong? It will be more. The temperature contrast between the continents and the ocean is greater during summer than in winter. Summer, winter. Contrast between continent and ocean. It will be having higher temperature contrast in winter season, not in summer season. This question was highly debatable when it was asked. I think it was asked last year, 2023, right? The temperature contrast between the continents and the ocean is greater during summer than in the winter, but it is clearly written in NCERT class 11 fundamentals of physical geography. It is mentioned over there, not the exact line is given, but the line in spirit is written over there, that the temperature contrast will be more in winter season as compared to summer season, because land is having low specific heat. So the dip in temperature during winter season on land will be much more than it will increase in summer season, because the difference between the temperature in the ocean it is talking about. It is talking about the temperature contrast. Contrast means range. So ocean temperature minus land temperature, or land temperature minus ocean temperature, that figure has to increase. That will increase in winter season, will reduce in summer season, and so the statement is wrong. Statement number 2, the specific heat of water is more than that of land surface. It is a very much accepted phenomena, fact, clear, 100% correct statement. So statement 2 is correct, 1 is wrong, so 1 is incorrect, 2 is correct. Statement D, sorry, answer D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Yes, Gurpreet, the temperature contrast between ocean and continents means the difference between the temperature of continent and ocean. That ocean is recording A degree, continent is recording B degree. So whichever is higher, A minus B or B minus A. Yes, 140, 140. 140, this one. The total amount of insolation received at the equator is roughly about 10 times that received at the poles. The total insolation received on equator, if we take it as 100%, then almost 42% as per the calculated figure reaches the polar area. The reason is that when the rays of the sun enter the atmosphere of the earth, it is affected by three phenomena: absorption, scattering, reflection. More absorption, intensity reduces; more reflection, intensity reduces; more scattering, intensity reduces. Now the thing is that as a ray of sunlight enters the atmosphere of earth and it is moving towards the surface, so it will be affected by absorption, scattering, reflection. So the intensity will go on reducing. It means the distance covered by the ray of light in the atmosphere will decide whether the ray of light will remain highly intense or less in intensity by the time it reaches the ground. A ray of light from the sun which is moving towards north pole or south pole, in comparison to a ray of light which is moving towards equator, covers a longer distance, because when it is moving towards north pole and south pole, it is slant. So it stays in the atmosphere for a longer distance and for a longer time. So it is more scattered, more reflected and more absorbed. And so the intensity of the light reaching the polar area reduces, and that reduction has been calculated by various agencies throughout the world. It comes out to almost 42%. In any of the book you may find written it as 45%. In one of the book it is written as 41%. NCERT is not saying anything on that, right? So it will remain between 40 plus minus 1-2%, right? So pole almost 40-42% when we are assuming equator as 100%. So what is the difference? 2.5. And the statement is saying the total amount of insolation received at the equator is roughly about 10 times. 10 times. It is almost 2.5 times. Clear on that? ये वाला हो गया. Option D, D for dog. 42. Consider the following statements. In a seismograph, P waves are recorded earlier than S waves. But in general, mushroom is considered to be grown on soil only, right? So even if in any specific area it is growing in water or husk or without the support of soil, then it may be the case. But on a general term, on a global scale, mushroom is said to be grown on soil. In a seismograph, P waves are recorded earlier than S waves, yes or no? P waves are faster than S waves. So they will be recorded first, followed by S waves. In a P waves, the individual particles vibrate to and fro in the direction of wave propagation. To and fro in the direction of wave propagation. और क्या? P wave में ऐसे तो move करेगा. This is P wave. It will hit in this manner. S wave ऐसे ऐसे. Right? So P waves, individual particles vibrate to and fro in the direction of wave propagation. Correct? Whereas in S waves, the particles vibrate up and down at the right angles. Those who are getting confused into that, like you are getting confused, have a look over here. You are getting confused by the word terminology up and down. Up and down is written with respect to the wave. It is not written with respect to the surface of earth. Are you getting that? So here it is to and fro in the direction of wave proper. Wave is going, suppose, in this direction. Particle ऐसे से move. So in the direction of wave proper. P wave, correct. S wave, the particle vibrate up and down at right angles to the direction of wave propagation. तो wave propagation अगर ऐसे हो रहा है तो उसके right angle पे up and down move कर रहा है. So it is correct. All second statement is correct. So all both are correct. Both 1 and 2 option C for cat will be the right answer. With reference to water vapor, which of the following statements is correct? It is a gas, the amount of it decreases with altitude. Yes or no? Water vapor is a gas, more concentrated near the ground. As you increase the height, concentration go on reducing. Reason? Why it reduces? Evaporation, पानी जमीन पे है ना, ऊपर से पानी थोड़ी ना आ रहा है. It goes on reducing. Its percentage is maximum at poles. Percentage maximum on equator. So this is a wrong one. So one only. Option A for apple shall be the right answer. Clear? Any doubt in that? Don't confuse it with relative humidity.
Apart from this question, I'm asking the sun sign maximum subtropical. So evaporation will be maximum at subtropical instead of equator.
Yes.
So if this statement comes then maximum at subtropical.
You are talking about evaporation.
Yeah.
You want to give a statement on evaporation?
Yeah.
Please speak the statement.
Like most of the sun sign comes at subtropical and hence the evaporation will be maximum at subtropical. Yeah,
but provided water is available. Because subtropical region is affected by anticyclonic conditions. तो सबट्रॉपिकल रीजन पे लैंड बहुत ज़्यादा है और एंटीसाइक्लोनिक कंडीशन होने की वजह से डेजर्ट बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो इवेपोरेशन तो सपोर्ट कर देगा लेकिन पानी होना तो चाहिए ना, राइट. सो हियर द आंसर विल बी वन ओनली ऑप्शन ए, राइट. ए फॉर एप्पल. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग डिस्क्रिप्शन. एनुअल एंड डेली रेंज ऑफ टेम्परेचर इज लो. प्रेसिपिटेशन जो हम लोग कल डिस्कस किया था. प्रेसिपिटेशन अकर्स थ्रू आउट द ईयर. Precipitation varies between 50 and 250 centimeter. Marine west coast climate.
Yes.
Equatorial type of climate. Rainfall will not be less. China type, monsoonal element will be there. Humid subtropical, that we discussed yesterday, right? Marine west coast is the answer to this particular question. With reference to Coriolis force, which of the following statements is correct? It increases with increase in wind velocity. Every time student get confused in Coriolis force, what is the reason? Coriolis force dependent upon rotation of earth, right? Higher the wind speed, more the Coriolis. Less the wind speed, less the Coriolis. So wind speed will not be impacted by Coriolis, but Coriolis will be impacted by wind speed. So it is saying that it increases. What rate? Coriolis force increases with the increase in wind velocity. Correct? Yes or no? It is maximum at poles and is absent at equator. Poles for maximum, equator pe 0. And that's why we are not having formation of cyclone on equator. Right? So both the statement correct. Both 1 and 2. Option C, C for cat shall be the right answer. Please change the pre-Samiksha advertisement. 6th April is already gone. How it is concerned with this class? And your name is also Daydreamer. This chat is for this class, the class that is going on. Please ask relevant questions related to the questions that are being discussed over here. On June 21st every year, which of the following latitudes experiences a sunlight of more than 12 hours? On June 21st, which of the following latitude experiences a sunlight of more than 12 hours? Same concept. June 21st, summer solstice, sun will be overhead on which place? Tropic of Cancer. So when sun will be overhead on Tropic of Cancer, then all places located on Tropic of Cancer or beyond will be having a sunlight of more than 12 hours, right. All the places, in fact northern side of equator will be recording a day of more than 12 hours, and south of equator less than 12 hours. So more, it is asking about a sunlight of more than 12 hours. So it should be northward of equator, number 1. So equator will record 12 hours, so equator cannot be there. Tropic of Cancer, more than 12 hours, because as you will move from equator to north pole, duration of day will go on increasing, 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, and finally at north pole it will be 24 hours of day. So Tropic of Cancer will be there. Capricorn, it will be less than 12 hours. Arctic Circle, more than 12 hours. So it will be Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. 2 and 4, option D for dog shall be the right answer. Clear on that, everyone? One of the following regions has the world's largest tropical peatland, which holds 3 years worth of global carbon emission from fossil fuels and a possible destruction which can exert detrimental effect on global climate. Which one of the following denotes that region? How do you know that? The answer is Congo Basin. The answer to this particular question is Congo Basin. But exactly the first statement before the comma is complete to answer the question. There is no need to go or delve into greater detail that 3 years of carbon. This calculation is difficult to get in general for the major forests of the world. So what the largest peatland of the world? Congo Basin. Largest tropical peatland of the world? Congo Basin. So answer is Congo Basin, right? Option B, Congo Basin. See, UPSC has asked once a question on Congo Basin, that which of the countries is not a part of Congo Basin. और 4 example दिए थे, Uganda, Rwanda, Cameroon, something like that. 4 options were there. Then again after 1 year or 2 year it is asking on Congo Basin. ये फिर Congo पूछेगा. M23 rebel group, Democratic Republic of Congo, Tutsi, Hutu. 2 tribes fighting over there. कुछ ना कुछ पूछेगा वहां से. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. The atmosphere is heated more by incoming solar radiation than by terrestrial radiation. Atmosphere is heated by returning radiation, not by incoming radiation. Wrong one. अब जब ये wrong हो गया तो एक ही option बचा हमारे पास. फिर भी check कर लो. Carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere are good absorbers of long wave radiation. Correct है? ठीक है? Yes or no? इस वाले फॉर्मेट का सबसे अच्छा पार्ट यही है कि दोनों में से अगर एक आपको कंफर्म हो जाए गलत है तो आपको दूसरा पढ़ना भी नहीं, आंसर सामने दिया हो. Carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases, what they do? They absorb the long wave terrestrial radiation that is going back and thereby keeps the planet warm. So statement 1 is incorrect but 2 is correct. So option D for dog shall be the right answer. Consider the following statements. The thickness of troposphere at the equator is much greater as compared to poles. Correct or not? The height is 18 kilometers. On poles it is 8 kilometers. At equator the heat is transported to greater height by strong convectional currents. So what happens on equator? Due to high temperature, air expands, becomes lighter, it starts moving up. When it goes up, temperature starts reducing adiabatically. After reaching a certain height, temperature reduces so much that air cannot go up any further, and that height is 18 kilometers. Are you getting that? So it is because of this phenomena that troposphere is having the height of 18 kilometers on equator. So 1 is correct, 2 is correct, and 2 is the correct explanation for statement 1. So option A for apple shall be the right answer. Clear on that? सही बोलो ना. Question number 50. Consider the following pyroclastic debris: ash and dust, nitrogen compounds, sulfur compounds. How many of the above are products of volcanic eruptions? What is pyroclastic debris?
coming out of the volcano.
There are 2 types of material that come out from a volcano. One is called as pyroclastic material, other is called as essential material. Pyroclastic and essential material. Essential material is lava and a gas. Pyroclastic material, rocks, bombs, lapilli, they are pyroclastic. Essential material, lava, gas, pyroclastic material, all these materials. So pyroclastic material is that ash and dust, it comes out along with the volcano. Nitrogen compounds bhi nikalte hain, sulfur compounds also come out. So all are there, all four. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Peatland. What is a peatland? Who is that? Parveen, peatland. Peatland is what? A region covered with having the problem of water logging, or it is in the shape of a bowl topography, suppose, and water gets accumulated over there. खूब सारा पानी भर के. Now leaf of the trees keep on falling down and they undergo decomposition, but they cannot be decomposed completely because number one, it is covered with water. So anaerobic decomposition is taking place, oxygen is less, complete decomposition not possible. So what happens? Half decomposed material, that is the organic material, gets accumulated, and a layer, again a layer, again a layer, again a layer, multiple layers of half decomposed or partially decomposed organic matter gets accumulated. That results in the formation of, that accumulation is called as a peat, and the land which is having that peat is called as a peatland, right? Now all the wetlands of the world, not all, maximum wetlands of the world are having this peat. So these are called as peatlands. It is common in Congo Basin, that is the largest peatland, and so it is important. Now what is the issue going on? Why it remains in limelight? Number one issue is that it is having partially decomposed organic matter. If it will be decomposed, carbon will be emitted out. So carbon dioxide, global warming will further be increased. So it is a type of carbon sequestration, that carbon is stored, let it remain stored. What is the people doing? They are removing it, using it in construction activities, in various type of other uses to fill the depressions in urban centers. It is being used. So it is creating a negative impact, first of all in terms of carbon sequestration, secondly in terms of biodiversity, fourth in terms of those spots which are considered as protected areas. That is a peatland. Got that? ये हो गया? All four. Which of the following is are correct? Inferences from isothermal maps in the month of January. The isotherms deviate to the north over the ocean and to the south over the continents. Isotherm map in the month of January. There are two maps given in your NCERT books. One is in the month of July, other is in the month of January. The presence isotherm deviate to the north over the ocean and to the south over the continents in the month of January. It is a correct statement.
Yes.
The reason for the deviation is that thermal difference between land and water, difference in specific heat. Land loses temperature faster in the winter season. January means northern hemisphere winter season, right? So land loses heat faster. So what happens? At any particular latitude, suppose 30 degree north latitude, and you talk about Europe, or not 30 degree, 40 degree north latitude, Europe. In summer season, if it is recording a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, in winter it will record a temperature of 0 degree or 5 degrees Celsius, 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. Itna variation aa jayega. So what will happen? The 20 degree isotherm, which was earlier, or 30 degree isotherm, which was earlier present over Europe, cannot remain over there because 30 degree temperature is not present, and that temperature, for that temperature, a person has to move towards equator. तो आपको साउथ जाना पड़ेगा. So on the continental landmass, if you want to encounter the same temperature which was present at 40 degree north latitude in any particular continent, you will have to do what in winter season? You will have to go towards equator, and then you will get 30 degrees Celsius temperature. So what will happen? 30 degrees Celsius temperature went towards equator, and so on continental landmass, this isotherm deviates towards south. In oceanic area, what happens? Due to high specific heat, the heat is lost, but it is not lost much. The temperature is sustained, and thereby the isotherm gets replaced by a lower temperature isotherm, which is already appearing as if moving towards north. So specifically in case of Atlantic, the region that was occupied by 20 degrees Celsius isotherm gets replaced by 10 degrees Celsius isotherm, and 10 degrees Celsius isotherm is having its projection as if it is moving towards north in Atlantic, which is written in this format as isotherms deviate to the north over the oceans and to the south over the continents in the month of January. Are you getting that? So this statement is absolutely correct. The presence of cold ocean currents, Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current, so the statement becomes wrong. But if it would have been written as a warm ocean current, then the presence of warm ocean current, Gulf Stream, warm current, North Atlantic drift, warm current, makes the North Atlantic Ocean warmer and the isotherms bend towards north. That would have been a correct statement. Are you getting that? But here statement 2 is wrong, 1 is correct. So 1 only, option A for apple, shall be the right answer. For peatland like phenomena to take place, the first thing is that region should be completely covered with water. Generally in temperate region, peatlands are less. Tropical regions are having more peatland. However, it cannot be ruled out. It can be present even in temperate region, but still I will have to completely cross check. I am not very sure on that. But in general opinion, it should be present in temperate region also. But I will check. Question number 152, statement 1. Rainfall is one of the reasons for weathering of rocks. Weathering is an in situ process. Rainfall takes place. Weathering, fragmentation, breaking down of rock takes place. Correct. Statement 2. Rainwater contains carbon dioxide in solution. When the rainwater moves through the layers of atmosphere, carbon dioxide gets dissolved in that. So very much true. Rainwater contains atmospheric oxygen. In the same manner, oxygen also gets dissolved into rainwater. And when it reaches the surface of earth, what happens? Carbon dioxide present in water results in formation of weak carbonic acid. Oxygen combines with the various material, that is, or the minerals which are present in the rocks, and forms oxide of those minerals. As a result, weathering takes place. So what the statement is asking, whether 2 and 3 are supporting 1 or not. So rainfall is one of the reasons for weathering of rock. Why? Because rainfall is having oxygen also, carbon dioxide also. इसके अलावा भी बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. But these two are supporting. So statement 2, 1, 2, 3 all are correct, and 2 and 3 supports statement 1. Option A for apple becomes the correct answer to this particular question. Any question, any doubt? Consider the following information. This is the last question for physical geography. After that, we will start with Indian geography. Region name. This is इसका alignment थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो गया क्वेश्चन का. Region name is written, and then mountains are there, and then the type of mountain. Don't focus on the headings. Focus on individual points 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get to know. It is written as Central Asia, having Vosges mountain. It is a fold mountain. Central Asia means Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. कहीं कहीं उसको भी सेंट्रल एशिया में डालते हैं. Vosges is present in France, so invalid. Moreover, Vosges is not a fold mountain. Vosges is a block mountain. Then in Europe, Alps are there, but Alps are fold mountains. They are not block mountains. North America, Appalachian. These are the old fold mountains. 100% correct. South America, Andes, these are the fold mountains, 100% correct. So 3 and 4 are correct, 1 and 2 are wrong. So only 2 option B before boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? बेटा जब बचपन से पढ़ा है ए फॉर एप्पल है तो ए फॉर आगरा नहीं निकलेगा मुंह से, ए फॉर एप्पल ही निकलेगा. ओके आई विल ट्राई ए फॉर आगरा. Between India and East Asia, the navigation time and distance can be greatly reduced by which of the following: deepening the Malacca Straits between Malaysia and Indonesia. Malaysia and Indonesia के बीच में we are having Malacca Strait, they are having Malacca Strait, that can be deepened out, okay, but it will not reduce the time, right? Opening a new canal through Kra Isthmus. Kra Isthmus is located in Malaysia. Isthmus of Kra between Gulf of Siam. Gulf of Siam is the old name, Gulf of Thailand is the new name, and Andaman Sea. So yes, you ship will have to circumnavigate the entire state of Malacca and can directly enter Gulf of Thailand. So statement 2 will fulfill the demand of the question, 1 will not. So 2 only, option B before boy shall be the right answer. 155. The lower Gangetic Plain is characterized by humid climate with high temperature throughout the year. Lower Gangetic Plain means West Bengal, Bihar, right? West Bengal, Bihar, maximum. With humid climate, high temperature throughout the year, which one among the following pairs of crops is most suitable for this region? It receives high temperature, high rainfall, right? Okay. So paddy, rice, will go with that. Cotton, high humidity will not support that. High rainfall, cotton sab bekar ho jaye. Wheat requires low temperature, so cannot go with that. Cotton, wheat, we already discussed. Left is paddy and jute. Paddy is for rice only. Jute, high temperature, high humidity, high rainfall, goes for both wheat and rice. So paddy and jute, option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. Which one of the following pairs of islands is separated from each other? Which of the following pairs of islands are separated from each other by 10-degree channel? अंडमान निकोबार के बीच में you are having 10-degree channel. Nicobar and Sumatra 6-degree channel, Great Channel. Great Nicobar और Sumatra के बीच में. It's how to come back? Nicobar and Sumatra के बीच में we are having Great Channel, 6-degree channel. Maldives and Lakshadweep 8-degree, 9 degrees between Minico and remaining part of Lakshadweep. Sumatra and Java, there is a strait called as Sunda Strait. Sunda Strait separates Sumatra from Java. So answer here will be A for Agra. The Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy and Mekong. Irrawaddy कहाँ पे बहती है? Very recently they experienced an earthquake. Yes, Irrawaddy flows through the city of Mandalay. Yes, Irrawaddy के ऊपर फिर पूछेगा UPSC. Brahmaputra, Irrawaddy, Mekong rivers originate in Tibet and flow through the narrow and parallel mountain ranges in their upper reaches. Of these rivers, Brahmaputra makes a U-turn in its course to flow into India. This U-turn is due to uplift of the folded Himalayas, syntaxial bending of geologically young Himalayas, geotectonic disturbances in the tertiary folded mountain chains. And the last is both A and B above. See, geotectonic disturbances in the tertiary folded mountain chains, because of that, that is not a direct reason for bending. Uplift of folded Himalayan series is a phenomena, is a fact, but due to that, bending is not taking place. The U-turn that is taking place at, for Indus it is Nanga Parvat on the western side. For Brahmaputra, it's Namcha Parva on the eastern side. So that is a syntaxial bend. The two cardinal points of Himalayas where the Himalaya bends abruptly, that becomes the final reason for the U-turn of Brahmaputra and its flow into the Indian territory. So syntaxial bending of the geologically young Himalayas. When the question was asked, many student aspirant marked both A and B, considering that uplift of the folded Himalayan series should also be there. But even UPSC has not considered that, and even technically it should not be an answer to the question which is being asked over here. So option B before Bombay will be the right answer. A state in India has the following characteristics.
Himalayan upliftment is not due that the Brahmaputra directly come to instead of going.
तो हिमालय अपलिफ्टमेंट की वजह से यू टर्न नहीं होगा ना, यू टर्न क्यों हो रहा है?
Like if Himalaya upliftment is not there,
हाँ,
then the river comes directly to from the Arunachal Pradesh. It should not go that long from Bhutan, and because of Himalaya there are obstacles.
but it is asking why it is taking a U turn. It is not asking you why it is flowing along eastward as Sangpo. It is only asking why it is taking a U turn. The question is asking you that.
So syntaxial bend is a consequence of Himalayan upliftment.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
UPSC has also said that even the professors who are teaching geography, even the Delhi University professors, they have also said that it should be the correct answer. Arey, nothing to say sorry. I am just kidding. No one should say sorry. I am not trying to hurt anyone. There is no trick to remember anything that which is deciduous, which is evergreen. Keep reading the NCERTs, you will get to know that. Good, Parveen, you have already worked on Myanmar. It's good. It will help you out in UPSC. Don't worry, it will help you out 100%. Work on Myanmar. Because UPSC will frame a question in next 1 to 2 years on this section of Myanmar, Southeast Asia. What type of question God knows, but working on that is the only answer, solution. A state in India has the following characteristics. We did 157. Yes. Its northern part is arid and semi-arid. Its central part produces cotton. Cultivation of cash crops is predominant over food crops. Which one of the following states has all of the above characteristics? Answer is Gujarat. But evaluate the options. Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, northern part, arid or semi-arid है? Yes or no? Andhra Pradesh northern part is having a moderate type of climate. It is not arid or semi-arid. It rules out Andhra Pradesh. Leave Gujarat, study Karnataka. Karnataka northern part, arid or semi-arid? No, northern part of Karnataka is having semi-arid type of climate. Köppen climatic classification, that is BSHW. Capital B, capital S, HW, semi-arid, steppe type of climate. That is present in northern Karnataka. But when it comes to production of cotton, then it is saying the central part produces cotton. It is not the central part, it is the northern part, northeastern part that produces cotton. So Karnataka has to be ruled out. Then Tamil Nadu, northern part, semi-arid. Central part produces cotton. It is western, western part of Tamil Nadu. That is having borders with Kerala. That part produces cotton. Central part is not producing cotton, right? So Gujarat was fulfilling all the conditions, and so Gujarat is the correct answer to this particular question. पहली बार इस क्वेश्चन को पढ़ने में सबको लगा कि गुजरात बड़ा आसान है, बड़ा आसान क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी ने पूछा, but all the options were very close. No one tried to delve into the details of other options. कि बाकी ऑप्शन भी इसके पास कहीं थे कि नहीं थे। गुजरात मिल गया, यूपीएससी ने भी बोल दिया, सब हो गया खत्म, मिल गया आंसर। बाकी ऑप्शन बहुत क्लोज है इसके, ऑल आर प्रोड्यूसिंग कॉटन। अब उसमें कॉटन अलग अलग एरिया में मिल रहा है, सेंट्रल में नहीं मिल रहा। इनमें से दो ऑप्शन है जिनमें फूड क्रॉप के ऊपर कैश क्रॉप डोमिनेंट है, राइट। सो ऑप्शंस आर वेरी क्लोज, बट गुजरात मिल गया। आंसर वाज गुजरात इन दैट, राइट, ऑप्शन B for Bombay. A peculiar state in India has following characteristics. It is located on the same latitude which passes through the northern Rajasthan. It has over 80% of its area under forest cover. Over 12% of forest cover constitutes protected area network in this state. Which of the following states has all of the above characteristics? Options are Arunachal, Assam, Himachal, Uttarakhand. Sumatra and Java, they are separated by Sunda Strait. I don't know what's your name. It is separated by some Sunda Strait. Sunda, no channel. It is Sunda Strait. Now here, have a look over here. A peculiar state in India has the following characteristics. 4 options are given: Arunachal, Assam, Himachal, Uttarakhand. It is located on the same latitude which passes through northern Rajasthan. Which of these 4 states can be ruled out as per that statement? हिमाचल को शायद रूल आउट कर पाएंगे आप, और बाकी 3 तो रूल आउट नहीं होते। It has 80% of its area under forest cover. What is forest cover? First of all, forest cover क्या होता है?
1 hectare more than a hectare is canopies.
If a region is having a particular area and that area is more than 1 hectare and it is having a canopy density of 10% or more than that, then it is included in the category of forest cover. Forest cover is itself of different types: very dense, canopy density more than 70%, moderate 40 to 70, open forest 10 to 40, and less than 10 scrubland, right. So this is the categorization of forest cover. Less than 10 will not be included in forest cover, वो scrubland में है. More than 10 it is forest cover. That is the definition, and as per definition 80% of its area under forest cover. Then in these states, Assam less than 50%, Himachal और भी कम हो जाएगा, Uttarakhand is also less than 50%. Arunachal Pradesh is the only option that should be over there. 12% or over 12% of the forest cover constitutes protected. Forest cover तो हो गया. What is forest area? Forest cover plus tree cover. Okay. The difference between forest cover and forest area is basically this: forest area is in government records. Forest cover आपकी जमीन पे होगा तो भी हो जाएगा. So if you are having more than 1 hectare of land, planted trees over there, canopy density of more than 10, it will be included in the forest cover of the country. But for a region to be categorized as a forest area, it should be mentioned in revenue records, government records, state government records, central government record, तभी forest area होगा, वरना forest cover रहेगा. 12% of the forest cover constitutes protected area network in this state. Protected area network means all the demarcations of protections like national parks, wetlands, wildlife sanctuaries, जो कुछ भी है इस category में, वो सब they constitute that. So over 12% of the forest cover constitute protected area network. Only one state is there in India, that is Arunachal Pradesh, and so Arunachal Pradesh becomes the right answer. Are you clear on that? समझ में आ रहा है ना? So option A for Agra will be the right answer. With reference to the wetlands of India, Yes, Rishikesh, it is clear that by going through the forest report of India, you can do that, but forest cover report is very exhaustive and memorizing the entire report is not very much feasible before going for the examination. That is the authentic source, in fact that is the only source. But memorizing the entire report, there are so many data given into that. Will it be feasible? I am not sure on that for every student. If you can do that, then it is very good. It is remarkable. Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Arunachal and Sikkim have most percentage area under forest cover. Okay. But we were having only the option as Arunachal, so Arunachal is the answer. It does. With reference to the wetlands of India, consider the following statements. The country's total geographical area under the category of wetlands are recorded more in Gujarat as compared to other states. It's maximum in Gujarat. Maximum. Total geographic countries under category of wetlands is recorded more in Gujarat. Country's total geographical area. Yes, it is in Gujarat. It is in Gujarat. It is almost more than 15%. More than 17%. 17 point kuch tha. In India, the total geographical area of coastal wetlands is larger than that of inland wetlands. This is false. Inland wetlands are having 4 times the area of coastal wetlands. 4-5 times. Inland wetlands बहुत ज़्यादा है. Coastal wetlands का area उतना नहीं है. क्या हुआ? ठीक है ना? First statement is correct. Second is wrong. So one only. तुम लोग कंफ्यूज कर देते हो. रुक जाओ. Let me check. Which question number is this? This is one. Yes, option A for apple, A for Agra is the right answer. When you travel in Himalayas, you will see the following. Deep gorges. Gorges we discussed yesterday. Vertical side, both the side in the river valleys. U-turn river courses, Brahmaputra we discussed. Parallel mountain ranges, Himalayas, Middle Himalaya, Shivalik. Steep gradients causing landslide. Landslide keep on taking place. Which of the above can be said to be the evidences for Himalayas being young fold mountains? All can be considered? Yes or no? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Option D for dog shall be the right answer. Any doubt in that? Anyone having any doubt? I think it is a pretty easy question. Consider the following statement. The duration of the monsoon decreases from southern India to northern India. This statement is correct or not? Duration of monsoon. Monsoon starts from south and then withdraws from south. So it will come in the northern side with some lag of time and withdraw early. So the total duration of monsoon will be more in south, less in north. It is written same. Duration of the monsoon decreases from southern India to northern India. Correct. The amount of annual rainfall in northern plains of India decreases from east to west. Bay of Bengal branch of Indian monsoon enters the mainland of India from east to west under the impact of tropical easterly jet stream, and that causes the moisture to move from east to west. Therefore, east is having more rainfall, west is having less rainfall. The statement holds true. So both the statements are correct. So C for Calcutta will be the right answer, both 1 and 2. Consider the following pairs. National Park, rivers flowing through the park. Corbett National Park. Corbett National Park, which river flows? Ramganga. Ramganga flows through Corbett National Park. Then it enters Uttar Pradesh. Right? It merges with river Ganga. कहाँ पे? Where? ऑप्शन से क्या होगा? That is the perfume capital of India. Kannauj. It confluences with Ganga near Kannauj. So Ram Corbett National Park is not on Ganga, it is on Ram Ganga. So wrong one. Kaziranga National Park. Manas River is having Manas National Park. Kaziranga is not on Manas. Kaziranga is on, I can't recall it. It is not on Manas, so it is a wrong one. Silent Valley National Park. Kaveri. It is not on Kaveri, it is on Kunthi Pusa. Kunthi Puja. P-U-Z-H-A, Pusa. Silent Valley. So all three are incorrectly matched. Okay, okay Rishikesh. Okay Ankit. There will be few questions that will be overlapping between environment, geography, right? So if they are covered, it's okay. If they are not covered, then also okay. We will do that quickly. The Narmada river flows to the west, while most other large peninsular rivers flow to the east. Why? It occupies a linear rift valley. It flows between Vindhyas and Satpura. The land slope to the west from central India. The land slope to the west from central India is not correct, because land slope to the west, it slope from west to east, not from east to west. So it is a wrong one. ये तो है ही नहीं. It flows between Vindhyas and Satpura, that is correct, but that is not the reason for the flow of Narmada towards Arabian Sea. The reason is that it is having a rift valley, it occupies a rift valley, and that rift valley is having the slope towards Arabian Sea. So option A for apple, one only will be the right answer. Which of the following are the characteristics of Indian coal? High ash content, low sulfur content. India coal is not having low sulfur content. Sure on that? Low ash fusion temperature. Indian coal. Which of the following is the characteristics of Indian coal? High ash content, low sulfur content, low ash fusion temperature. High ash content है कि नहीं है? Low ash fusion temperature. अच्छा ash होता क्या? What is ash? That is a translation. When we talk about low ash fusion temperature or high ash fusion temperature, what do you mean by that? What reactivity? When the coal burns up, after the burning of the coal, ash is left out. Then ash is also heated. It decomposes, it melts down. That is ash fusion temperature. That at what temperature ash will melt down. That is high in case of Indian coal. So third is wrong. Now tell the answer. Now tell the answer. Third is wrong. Indian coal is having high ash fusion temperature. ज़्यादा temperature की जरूरत पड़ती है. Now high ash content. Indian coal is having high ash content, and low sulfur content is considered as a towards the positive side for the quality of the coal, right? There are many places in India where the content of sulfur is more, but on a country level, if you see the overall coal content, sulfur content is less than 1%, and so Indian coal is said to have low sulfur content. So 1 and 2, option A is the right answer to this particular question. Indian coal is having high ash content, Indian coal is having low sulfur content. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, you are writing for what? Yeah, Brahmaputra. Kaziranga National Park is on river Brahmaputra. Thank you. Yes, Indian coal is low. Option A for apple will be the right answer to this particular question. Why you all are getting so much confused into this one? ये आप लोगों ने डिस्कस किया क्या एनवायरमेंट में? हाँ? Any doubt in this? What is the question number? Answer is A, 1 and 2 only. देखिए वेरिएशन है सल्फर के कंटेंट में. इन जनरल इंडियन कोल इज हैविंग लो सल्फर कंटेंट. यू हैव चेक्ड आंसर? क्या आंसर? आंसर नहीं चेक किया? इट्स लो सल्फर कंटेंट एंड हाई ash content. So 1 and 2 will go with the demand of the question. Option A for apple will be the right answer. Clear on that? Which of the following statements regarding laterite soils of India are correct? चलो अब तो environment नहीं ना, soil आ गई. They are generally red in color, yes or no? Laterite soil is red in color. It is having concentration of iron. Yes. They are rich in nitrogen. Nitrogen तो इंडिया की किसी soil में नहीं. सभी poor in nitrogen है, कम हो सकती है, लेकिन sufficient नहीं है कहीं भी. So this is wrong. They are well developed in Rajasthan and UP. They are generally not found in Rajasthan and UP. कहीं traces में कहीं थोड़ी बहुत मिल गई तो मिल गई, right? Tapioca and cashew nuts grow well on these soils. Cashew nuts के लिए तो यही चाहिए, laterite soil. So 1 is correct, 4 is correct, 2 and 3 are wrong. यही है ना? 1 and 4, option C for cat shall be the right answer. Consider the following statements. Natural gas occurs in Gondwana beds. Yes or no? है? Natural gas, Gondwana is known for coal, not natural gas. Natural gas is not there in Gondwana. Mica occurs in abundance in Kodarma. Jharkhand, Kodarma, that is the largest mine for mica. Correct? Dharwad are famous for petroleum. Dharwad में gold मिलेगा, iron मिलेगा, petroleum नहीं मिलेगा. Right? So Dharwad statement is wrong. Natural gas statement is wrong. Mica Kodarma is correct. So 2 only. Option B for boy shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider the following towns of India. Bhadrachalam, disputed question. Avinash, all the PYQs are from 2011 to 2024. 2010 के पहले में नहीं गया, 2024 के बाद मैं जा नहीं सकता. 2011 is the starting year, 2014 is the 2024 is the ending year. एक भी क्वेश्चन 2011 के पहले का नहीं है, 2024 के बाद का इसमें हो नहीं सकता. ठीक है? Something else. Well, consider the following towns of India: Bhadrachalam, Chanderi, Kanchipuram, Karnal. Which of the above are famous for the production of traditional sarees fabric? 1, 2, 3 should be the right answer, but UPSC official answer key says it as 2 and 3. Chanderi, known for sarees. Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu, very famous for sarees. Bhadrachalam, known for sarees, traditional sarees. It is also known. Karnal में साड़ी का कोई काम नहीं. So 1, 2 and 3 are correct, but official answer key says 2 and 3 is correct. So it depends on your fate. That what will happen in examination. But here we will say 2 and 3 as the correct one. So option B, B for boy, should be the correct answer, right? But Bhadrachalam is known for sari. Chanderi also known for sari. Kanchipuram is also known for sari, and they are all famous. The seasonal reversal of winds is typical characteristic of equatorial climate, Mediterranean, monsoon, all the above. Monsoon, equatorial climate and Mediterranean. Seasonal reversal is there in Mediterranean, but in equatorial, seasonal reversal is not there. If it would have been only Mediterranean, तो एक बार को confuse हो सकते थे, right? So monsoon, option C for cat will be the आंध्र प्रदेश. मेरे ख्याल से आंध्र ही है. Kanchipuram is in Tamil Nadu. Chanderi must be in Maharashtra, MP. जहाँ जहाँ बीवी मेरी भेज चुकी है वो पता है. बाकी consider the following rivers: Barak, Lohit, Subansiri. Which of the above flows or flow through Arunachal Pradesh? Lohit, Arunachal se it joins Brahmaputra. Subansiri flows through northern part, joins Brahmaputra. Barak originates in Manipur and enters Bangladesh. Nothing to do with Brahmaputra. So 2 and 3 only. Option B, B for boy, should be the right answer. Consider the following pairs: Ankit, you are asking, sir, how many days will it take to complete Indian geography if one is done with physical geography? You are talking about course content or PYQs? For coal bed methane in Gondwana, Rohit, I will have to check. I haven't checked that, but I will check that and we'll see that. Bhadrachalam is in Telangana. Someone has answered. Andhra? Okay, focus over here. Harike wetlands, confluence of Vyas and Satluj. Kyolia Deog Hana National Park, confluence of Banas and Chambal. ये आगरा के बगल में क्योलिया डेग हाना, right? Banas and Chambal, MP. So it is wrong, incorrect. Huh? Yeah, Banas and Chambal should be runs from one. Koleru Lake, confluence of Musi and Krishna. Koleru Lake is between Godavari and Krishna, not at the confluence of Musi and Krishna. So first is correct, second is wrong, third is wrong. So one only option A for apple should be the right answer. Consider the following pairs: Cardamom Hills, Coromandel Coast. सही है? Ankit, it will take, it depends upon your capacity to cover the syllabus. It will take 1 to 1.5 months. Cardamom Hills is in Coromandel Coast, yes or no? It is on the Kerala side. Coromandel is on Tamil Nadu side. So it is the wrong one. Kamur, Konkan. Kamur, Central India. Bihar tak chala gaya. Konkan Coast, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka. So it is not there. Mahadev, Central India, correct. Mikir Hills, Northeast India, correct. Mikir hills are present in northeast of India, Assam region. Mahadev hills that join Satpura to form Panchmadi. Dhupgarh, the highest peak of MP and central India, formed by Mahadev and Satpura only. Kamur hills, not Konkon, Cardamom. First and 2 are incorrect, 3 and 4 are correct. So 3 and 4, option C, C for cat, should be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes. If you travel through Himalayas, you are likely to see which of the following plants naturally growing there: oak, rhododendron, sandalwood. Oak grows naturally, rhododendron grows naturally, sandalwood grows over there, but that is not natural. That is artificially planted over there. So 1 and 2 are the natural growers. 1 and 2, option A for apple. Clear on that? With reference to Changpa community of India, consider the following statements. Changpa. They live mainly in the state of Uttarakhand, Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir में भी है थोड़े बहुत, तिब्बत में भी है थोड़े से, right? They rear Pashmina goats that yield fine wool. Pashmina, one of the costliest wool. It is correct. They are kept in the category of scheduled tribes. They are in the ST category. So 2 is correct, 3 is correct, 1 is wrong. So 2 and 3 only. Option B, B for boy, should be the right answer. It is a direct question. Pashmina is a type of wool, very costly. First is wrong because they are found in Ladakh. In a particular region in India, the local people train the roots of living trees into robust bridges across streams. As the time passes, these bridges become stronger. These unique living root bridges are found in the option given are Meghalaya, Himachal, Jharkhand, Tamil Nadu. The answer is Meghalaya. So answer is Meghalaya. Meghalaya, it is a common practice over there. Option A for apple. Consider the following states: Arunachal, Himachal, Mizoram. Which of the above states do tropical wet evergreen forests occur? Tropical wet evergreen forests in our country are found in Andaman and Nicobar, northeast of India, western side of Western Ghats. Yes. So here it will be Arunachal, Mizoram. Himachal is not having tropical wet evergreen. What is Himachal having? Coniferous forest. Deodar, cedar, spruce, birch. So 1 and 3 only. Option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. Which of the following pairs of states of India indicates the easternmost and the westernmost state? Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. Option D, D for dog. Consider the following rivers: Vamsadhara, Indravati, Pranhita, Pennar. Which of the above are tributaries of Godavari? Vamsadhara is an independent river, flows between Mahanadi and Godavari and joins Bay of Bengal in Andhra. Independent river, not tributary of any river. Pennar is a very prominent river. ये तो map of India पे भी बनी हुई है. It is an independent river. Yes or no? So Pennar is an independent river. Indravati and Pranhita, they are the tributaries of Godavari. So option A, B, 2 and 3, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Any doubt? Clear? We did this. Which one of the following regions of India has a combination of mangrove forest, evergreen forest and deciduous forest? Mangrove forest. If you talk about north coastal region of Andhra Pradesh, then mangrove you may find, but you will not find evergreen. Southwest of Bengal, again evergreen will be missing. Southern Saurashtra, evergreen will be missing. Deciduous भी बड़ी मुश्किल से मिले. Andaman Nicobar is the only answer where you will find evergreen also, mangrove also, deciduous also, सब मिल जाए. Option D, D for dog. In which of the following regions of India are shale gas resources found? Cambay Basin, Kaveri Basin, Krishna Godavari Basin. All these places, shale gas. 1, 2 and 3. Option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. With reference to Tista, consider the following statements. For Indian geography, how many dimensions you have to look while preparing for your prelims examination? You have to only look on one dimension, that is current affairs. Whatever you get in current affairs related to Indian geography for last 15 to 16 months, work on that. You will get the answers. With reference to river Tista, consider the following statement. The source of river Tista is same as that of Brahmaputra, but it flows through Sikkim. Incorrect. Sources are different. Tista flows through from Solamo Lake, Brahmaputra from Chema Yangnung Glacier. और Chema Yangnung Glacier भी dispute हो गया. There is one theory which is saying that it is not originating from Chema Yangnung Glacier. लेकिन अभी तक Chema Yangnung है. So source of Tista and Brahmaputra is not same. So statement is incorrect. River Rangit originates in Sikkim and is a tributary of river Tista. It is a 100% correct statement. River Rangit originates over there. River Tista flows into Bay of Bengal. River Tista flows into Brahmaputra. It is a tributary of river Brahmaputra, not into Bay of Bengal, on the border of India and Bangladesh. So 1 is wrong, 2 is correct, 3 is wrong. So 2 only, option B, B for boy, should be the right answer. At one of the places in India, if you stand on the seashore and watch the sea, you will find that the sea water recedes from the shoreline a few kilometers and comes back to the shore twice a day. And you can actually walk on the sea floor when the water recedes. This unique phenomena is seen at Bhavnagar, Bhimunipattanam, Chandipur, Nagapattinam. Bhavnagar is in Gujarat, Bhimunipattanam, Andhra, Nagapattinam और नीचे तमिलनाडु and Chandipur, Odisha. It is the phenomena at Chandipur. So option C, C for cat is the right answer. Question number 183. If you travel by road from Kohima to Kottayam, Kohima is in Nagaland, Kottayam is in Kerala. What is the minimum number of states within India through which you can travel, including the origin and destination? Start counting. You started from Nagaland. Nagaland, see, you go into Assam. From Assam, West Bengal. From West Bengal, you have multiple options. One of the option is enter Odisha. After Odisha, enter Andhra. After Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Or you can enter Karnataka, then Kerala. Instead of entering Odisha from West Bengal, you can cross to which state? Jharkhand. झारखंड से महाराष्ट्र होते हुए निकल जाओ. बहुत सारे नहीं लंबा पड़ेगा. सबसे आंसर 7 आएगा. 7, 6 कहाँ से आ गया? 6 है कोई ऑप्शन? Anyone who is able to derive an answer as 6, tell the name of the states. Answer is 7 state. It is including source and destination. So you have to count Kerala as well as Nagaland. Answer will be B, option B, B for Bombay. And multiple routes are there. 2-3 routes will come up. with 7 states. Consider the following statements. In India, the Himalayas are spread over 5 states only. Himalayas कहाँ का है? हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, पंजाब में भी तो है, उत्तर प्रदेश है ना, उत्तर प्रदेश, देन बिहार, सिक्किम, आसाम, अरुणाचल, बहुत सारी जगह. Western Ghats are spread over, so first statement is wrong. Western Ghats is spread over 5 states only. Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, 6. So it is a wrong one. Pulicat Lake is between Andhra and Tamil Nadu. So it is correct. So 1 is wrong, 2 is wrong, 3 is correct. So 3 only, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Which of the following is an artificial lake? Kodai Canal is in Tamil Nadu. Kolleru. Kolleru is a freshwater lake. Natural. Nainital, Uttarakhand, freshwater lake. Renuka, Himachal, freshwater lake. Ethical, having importance in Hindu mythology. Kodai Canal is an artificial lake. That is in Tamil Nadu. Kodai Canal. So option A for apple, will be the right answer. छोड़ो यार, गलती से कुछ गलत निकल गया तो भाजपा वाले मारेंगे, और ज्यादा बात बोल दिया तो आम आदमी पार्टी कांग्रेस वाले उठा ले जाएंगे. क्या फायदा, छोड़, बाद में पूछ लेना. Don't learn anything, keep revising, everything will be prepared automatically. Among the following cities, which one lies on longitude closest to that of Delhi? We did 185, yes. Bangalore, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Pune. Keep looking at the map. These type of questions, if they come up again in the examination, you won't be able to do that. Unless and until you are having a picture of Indian map in your mind, both political and physical. Online देखने से picture दिमाग में नहीं बनेगी. Because on the same gadget, you keep on seeing multiple pictures. So you need a hard copy or an atlas, first page, India political, India physical. Keep looking at that, keep looking at that. These type of questions will be answered only by that mechanism. There is no thumb rule that what UPSC will ask in which of the examination and how will you answer that. Keep looking at the map, that is the only way to answer this question. Answer is option A for apple, Bengaluru. Consider the following statements. In India, state governments do not have the power to auction non-coal mines. Indian state government have the power to auction non-coal mines. Coal mines को state government auction नहीं कर सकता. Non-coal mines, minor minerals, state government is having the power. So it is a wrong one. Andhra Pradesh and Jharkhand do not have gold mines. Both are having gold mines. Andhra Pradesh is also having gold mine. Jharkhand is also having gold mine. Rajasthan has iron ore mines. Yes, Rajasthan is having iron ore mine. So 3 only, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Nothing to explain, what to explain in this. Factual questions are these. Which one of the following national parks? Which one of the following national parks lies completely in the temperate alpine zone? Manas National Park, Manas National Park, Namdapha National Park is in Arunachal, Neora Valley. All these, Manas, Namdapha, Neora Valley, they are in the subtropical zone. When we talk about temperate alpine zone, then it only one national park, that is Valley of Flower National Park, that is located close to Badrinath. close to Hemkund Sahib. That is Valley of Flower National Park. So option D for dog, shall be the right answer. Temperate alpine zone. You are able to understand this? What is temperate alpine zone? Alpine, talking about mountains first of all. Temperate, the climatic or the weather will be matching the temperate region, that region. So it should be cold throughout the year. It should not have hot climate or humid climate or something like that. So that is only one over here, that is Valley of Flower National Park. Consider the following pairs. Famous place, river, Pandharpur, Chandrabhaga. Pandharpur is in Maharashtra. Tiruchirappalli, Kaveri. Correct or not? Tamil Nadu. Hampi is in Karnataka. It is on Tungabhadra. Correct. Malaprabha is also over there only in Karnataka. But Hampi is not located on Malaprabha. So 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is wrong. 1 and 2 only, option A for apple. Consider the following states: Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha. With reference to the states mentioned above in terms of percentage of forest cover to the total area of the state, which one of the following is the correct ascending order? Now these type of questions are as per the forest report only. So what will be the answer over here? I will have to check. It's Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh. 3, 2, 4, 1. 3, 2, 4, 1, option C, C for cat, is the answer to this particular question. Which is common to the places known as Aliar, Isapur and Kangsapati? Aliar is in Isapur. Aliar is in Tamil Nadu. Isapur is in Maharashtra. Kangsapati is in Bengal. All these are known for dams, river basins, water reservoirs. So option D for dog, is the right answer. With reference to the management of minor minerals in India, consider the following statements. Sand is a minor mineral. Sand is a minor mineral, yes or no? According to the prevailing law in the country. So statement 1 is correct. State governments have the power to grant mining leases of minor minerals, but powers regarding the formation of rules related to the grant of minor mineral lies with the central government. Completely state government के पास सब कुछ है. State government will only relate it to environment protection, उसको देखेगा, बाकी कुछ नहीं करेगा. Every right is given to state government. So statement 2 is wrong. State governments have the power to frame rules to prevent illegal mining of minor minerals. State के पास भी है, central के पास भी है. So 1 and 3 are correct. So 1 and 3 only, option A for apple will be the right answer. Consider the following minerals. Bentonite, chromite, kyanite, sillimanite. Which of the above is are officially designated as major minerals? Bentonite is used in construction industry. Agriculture में use है. Fertilizer industry it is used. Then it is used in makeup, face packs. Face pack जानते हो ना आप लोग? उसमें use होता है. Bentonite. Chromite is in chromium, steel, chrome plating. Chrome plating like taps, mixers, wall mixer, basin mixer, diverters, showers which are used in the washroom. They are all chrome plated. Chromite का उसमें use है. Kyanite का use मुझे नहीं पता. So bentonite was considered because it is in use in construction, so it was regarded as a minor mineral. The remaining three are included in the category of major mineral. So 2, 3 and 4, they are designated as major minerals. So option D, T for dog, will be the right answer. Clear on that? 194. Consider the following statements. Coal ash contains arsenic, lead and mercury. Yes. Coal fired power plants release sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen. Correct. High ash content is observed in Indian coal. फिर पूछ रहा है यूपीएससी, एक बार पूछा है फिर पूछा. Are you getting that? And in 99% of these cases, ये जो आपके पास पेपर है PYQ का, this is in order. मतलब मैं इसमें years तो नहीं लिखा है, लेकिन 2011 to 2024 questions are arranged in order topic wise. So if physical geography is there, all the questions of physical geography, then all the questions of Indian geography. It is something like that. हो सकता है कहीं इसका वेरिएशन मिल जाए, इसको थंब रूल नहीं मानिएगा. तो पहले देखिए यूपीएससी ने पूछा कोल के ऊपर, अगेन इट इज आस्किंग द क्वेश्चन, राइट. This in this manner PYQs help you out in your preparation for prelims. If you do this for each and every subject, you will be having at least a mileage of 4 or 5 questions or 6 questions from your competitor. Coal ash content contains acid, lead, mercury, correct. Statement 2 is also correct. High ash content is observed in Indian coal, also correct. So all are correct. So 1, 2 and 3, option D, D for dog, will be the right answer. Prithvidhar Yadav, what you are replying Andaman and Nicobar for what? Okay, it's a old one. What it is? The black cotton soil of India has been formed due to weathering of volcanic hotspot volcanism was active. Indian plate was crossing the region of Reunion Island, and molten material lava outpoured onto the Indian plate that resulted in the formation of basalt. Disintegration of basalt over a period of time formed black soil. So it is basically what? Fissure volcanic rock, fissure type of eruption, basic lava that erupted over that region. So it is fissure volcanic rock. Option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Denote granite and schist. Granite will be formed by lava when it will be cooled below the surface of earth. 196. With reference to the Indus river system, one of the following 4 rivers, 3 of them pour into one of which joins the Indus direct. Among the following, which one is such river that joins the Indus direct? Indus river system prominent rivers are Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Vyas, Satluj. Out of these, which is the most major river? Jhelum joins Chenab, originates from Berinag, joins Chenab. Ravi originates close to Rohtang, joins Chenab. Vyas joins Satluj. Ravi nahi, Vyas joins Satluj in India, right? And Chenab joins Satluj. Satluj is the major river, and finally Satluj joins Indus. Chenab is a tributary of Satluj. Clear on that? So the major river which is joining Indus is Satluj. Jhelum is a tributary of Chenab. Ravi is a tributary of Chenab. Vyas is a tributary of Satluj. Chenab is a tributary of Satluj. Satluj is a tributary of Indus. Spiti is a tributary of Satluj. Direct. Lahore Spiti, जो आप सुनते रहते हो न्यूज में, टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन, दैट इज tributary of Satluj directly. Clear? So answer here will be Satluj. D for dog, Satluj. With reference to India, Didwana, Kuchaman, Sargol, Khatu are the names of. How will you solve these type of questions if they come in the examination? Abhi to saline lakes everyone knows because UPSC has asked. We have gone through the PYQs. We know everything. Didwana is known for manufacture of salt along with Sambal Lake. That can be one of the line length if you know that. If you don't know that, then Khatu, one of the famous temples over there, Khatu Shamji temple. It is present over there, and if whomsoever knows that there is a temple like Khatu Shamji, he must or she must be knowing it is in Rajasthan, and Rajasthan will not be having glacier or mangrove. At the most, you may be confused between Ramsar site and saline lakes. So it better to take saline lakes. Yeah, yes or no? So answer is D. D for dog, saline lakes. Consider the following rivers: Brahmini, Nagavali, Subarnarekha, Vamsadhara. ये वंशधारा पे फिर क्वेश्चन है, right? You PYQs, all the options A, B, C, D, you should work on that. They will help you out. Yeah, question will be framed from there only. Again, which of the above rise from the eastern ghats? पहले पूछ रहा था गोदावरी की ट्रिब्यूटरी में, उसमें वंशधारा वाज एन ऑप्शन कि गोदावरी की ट्रिब्यूटरी है कि नहीं. फिर अभी पूछ रहा which of the above rise from eastern ghats? Brahmani, formed by South Koel and Shankh river. They join together to form Brahmini. It is from Chota Nagpur plateau. Nagavali originates from eastern ghats. Brahmini is an independent river or a tributary? It is an independent river. Joins Bay of Bengal. Nagavali, independent river. Joins Bay of Bengal. Subarnarekha again originates from Chota Nagpur plateau. Independent river. Joins Bay of Bengal. Vamsadhara, I told you it is an independent river at the time of Godavari also. It also originates from eastern ghats. Vamsadhara. It joins. Vamsadhara flows between Godavari and this river Mahanadi from Odisha and enters Andhra Pradesh. Nagavali also enters Andhra Pradesh, and both independently join Bay of Bengal. So 2 and 4 are originating from eastern ghats, 1 and 3 are originating from Chota Nagpur plateau region. So here the answer will be 2 and 4, option B, B for boy. Clear on that? Question number 199, with reference to Gucci sometime mentioned in news, consider the following statements. It is a fungus. Fungus है कि नहीं है? It grows in some Himalayan. Fungus है basically है क्या? It is a mushroom. It is a mushroom, right? It grows in some Himalayan forest area. Yes or no? मिलता है. कुल्लू जाइए आप, कुल्लू मनाली, you will find this Gucci mushroom over there, sold over there. It is present over there. Then it is commercially cultivated in Himalayan foothills of northeastern region. Commercial cultivation है? नहीं है, नहीं. It is not commercially cultivated, but because it is very costly, so efforts are going on. इसको cultivate कर ले, लेकिन अभी कर नहीं पाए. So 1 and 2 are correct, 3 is wrong. So option C, C for cat will be the right answer. And the last question, Gandikota Canyon of South India was created by which one of the following rivers? It was created by Penna river, yes or no? Penna? नहीं, not sure. लग रहा है. It is Penna only. Penna only. From where was the question framed up? This one. किसे? KitKat chocolate से? कैसे? Basically, it is given in Tamil Nadu State Board Geography book, right? तो KitKat ने भी वहीं से लिया होगा. Clear on that? Any questions, any doubt? Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today's lecture.